Hello everybody and welcome back to Encounter Roleplay. My name is Will and I'm a snail museum salesman. And I'm back today for another episode of, in fact the last episode, holy shit, it's the finale of City of Mist, The King's Hustle. And things are about to get real stressful real quick, so let's not waste any time. Let's go around the cast and the crew, remind ourselves of who we are and who we're playing. Let's start with our MC for tonight, Meta Mensa. Meta, how's it going today?
Hi, it's going really well. Much anticipated finale. I'm very curious to see because we can go so many different ways with this one. So yeah, I'm very excited to see where we go.
Absolutely. And we have Blue Jay back with us today. Blue Jay, how's it going today?
Well, you know, I'm fresh-faced, bright-eyed, and bushy-tailed, ready for this jelly, which is, I guess, the finale of the show. Yeah, I'm real hype. I'm real excited. I was sad when we missed last week because I was like, you know, riding the momentum or whatever. But now I had time to sit and think with myself and think about what's going to happen to Nancy. Nancy being the character I'm playing, Nancy De La Rosa. She is a young, spunky, maybe bratty private investigator. She is the secret, estranged, not known about daughter of Russell Gibbs, who is now a woman. I guess Ori.
Yeah, Ori.
Not like transitioned a woman, but like his, I don't know, avatar as a woman. It's, I don't know, man. It's weird shit.
It's a whole thing, and no one really understands it. Not even Gibbs. Fantastic. We've got Pumpkinberry back for stage. BB, how's it going?
It's going well. I was also super bummed to miss last week, but it did give me more time to think about Ava and get ready to be sad that the show is over. So I'm playing Ava Ray. Ooh, I think her real name was actually revealed already, which it was. So also Tituba, kind of like a very old school Salem witch character, which is very fun and exciting. And I won't give away any more than that.
Alrighty. We have Miss Magitech back with us today. How is it going today, my friend?
It is going well. I too am excited for tonight's episode, but also anxious more than anything because I don't know what's going to happen. And we had some interesting decisions made in the last episode leading up to our finale for Sana, who I am playing. So as a slight refresher for everybody, my character is Sana. She is a musician, but she also had some previous issues with gambling debts and money, and she lost her husband because of it, as we kind of learned, and we're going to see what the result of all of that is. I'm scared. But yeah, that's me.
Well, last but not least, we have Morphe back with us today. Mad Morph, how's it going today, my friend?
Feeling good, looking forward to it. Nervous and excited for the finale. We've been doing this for a while now, so it's gonna be interesting. I'm playing Shepard Crane, and looking forward to it. Let's do it.
Let's do it. As myself, I'll be playing Russell Gibbs, or today, I suppose, for the most part, I'll be playing Ori, the Oracle. And she's a little manic. She hasn't been on the Earth for a long time. And she's super excited to have switched places with Gibbs, at least for the moment, but has no real intention of switching back. She had a fun conversation with the God of Death last week, and she's looking forward to the chaos, unable to see some of the events that are about to happen in tonight's finale. So that's going to be fun. Before we kick off into our finale proper, I'll remind you guys of a few things. The first of which is, of course, we're sponsored today by Fantasy Grounds, our virtual tabletop of choice. You can go download that for free on Steam, the demo version, or on our website, fantasygrounds.com, for virtual tabletops you want to play around your friends on the internet. It's a great way to do that, including City of Mist and a bunch of other role-playing games as well. WellandGames.co.uk is a go-to destination for tabletop board games, war games, and more at up to 20% off the retail value. Last but not least, go to www.diceenvy.com to check out all the fantastic dice that they have on sale, and I also have a fantastic subscription box that you can get sent to your house every single month for as low as just $5, and a bunch of mystery dice in it every single month. So fuel that craving/addiction with Dice Envy. Of course, you can donate to a Feather Game as well by giving players nat 1s, nat 20s, wild magic surges, and oh so much worse. So have fun with it, my friends. But on that note, I'll hand back over to Metamancer for a quick recap of what happened on the last episode of the show and to take us into tonight's finale of the King's Hustle.
All right, so last episode we focused on kind of the recovery from the big fight with the Bronze Man and kind of getting the revelations from the discovery around that, where Ava really tapped into her abilities. However, Gibbs at that point is when he kind of lost control of the rest of his humanity, and his mythos actually took over and he became full avatar. This particular avatar, being the Oracle of Delphi, decided to kind of take it upon herself to guide the group, but had a slight sinister tone about the whole thing. So not everyone is really trusting of the intentions behind the Oracle at the moment. The group did decide, however, to go back to Hades because they needed to locate the arch nemesis, essentially, of Sana, who they believed could be potentially responsible or give them some kind of glimpse into accessing the quill, essentially. She decided, against her original judgment, that she, in fact, did need to make the deal with Hades to basically be able to help protect the rest of their group, completing what she will now understand as the third head of Cerberus. And so the group at the moment was setting up essentially like a ambush against Thornbottom at the jazz club, which is where they were heading. From what we could tell at the time, the Oracle and Hades had some kind of a history, not unlike Gibbs and Hades did as well, where things were kind of amicable to a degree, but the one thing that we know now is that the Oracle really can't foresee what the God of Death can do or what he plans to do, which makes it intriguing to the avatar of Gibbs. So there's some randomness on that front. But other than that, we're going to jump right back into, I think we're arriving at the jazz club at this point together, getting ready for this meeting with Thornbottom, though I don't think he's aware of said meeting just yet, where Sana is in a position now to kill him, but she has to do it alone. So I think we're going to pick up there. Everybody will be arriving, and you guys can kind of jump into any preparations that are needed or anything along those lines. So I'll let you guys take it away.
So, do you need anything from any of us that might help? I mean, I know they said we're not supposed to help during the thing, but like, I don't know, maybe Crane can give you some tips or something.
Do any of you guys have a weapon, a gun specifically? Gibbs used to.
Suppose I could find one, maybe.
I have a taser, a knife.
Some pepper spray.
I don't like guns.
You shot.
Fine.
That's, a perfect reason. Things happen when guns are involved.
I could get you one.
That's kind of the point now, though. I'm trying to,
You sure you could get it into the club, though? Like, if they're letting people like Thornbottom in, they probably have security.
We might be able to find a loophole.
All right.
If I can look, I know it's supposed to be my job to take him out, but if you guys can help me get alone with him,
whatever you need,
then I know what I need to do.
Sure, I want to see what happens.
I could get into the basement.
We
of
can
the
watch,
casino.
can't we? We just can't get involved, but I would like to see this happen.
If we can get him through a door, I could make sure that door leads somewhere where he doesn't have people on the other side. I could try. Would that be helping? I mean, we're just...
Honestly, if you could bring me and him through a door to a place alone, that would be best.
I don't think that counts as helping. I'm not touching him. I'm not like... Jesse, do you think that's helping? You know Hades more than anybody.
Yeah.
Or like...
It's kind of borderline.
So what can we do?
I'd say.
I mean,
go
we're
for
just
it
making sure that
tomorrow.
his friends can't help him, right? We're not helping.
Sure.
They're not helping.
If I remember correctly, I told Hades I would take him out alone. But that is a very loose term.
True.
You know
Take him
what?
out, I can be the one to kill him. That's really what I want. I want to be the one to kill him.
Let's get her there and let something happen. One of them will die either way. It'll be sort of interesting.
All right. Here we go. We're gonna go into the club, unarmed. You get a meeting with the guy. We bring him through a door into that room in the basement where Jesse and Crane and I talked to that guy before. And when we're at the casino, we'll be able to get a gun because they can get us whatever. They've gotten us guns before.
I mean, I can
Right?
get us guns. That's not even an issue.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know if they'll let us bring them into that jazz place. I don't go to places like that.
I'm not even sure if they can really see me. So if I have a gun on me, maybe they can't even see that. I mean, I don't really know how it all works. It's been a while.
I mean, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but Nancy's plan actually sounds quite solid.
Thanks. All we gotta do is get them through a door. All right, sounds easy enough. Let's do this.
Let's go.
I don't know where it is. Someone got a car?
Well, yeah, we can call the driver.
Yeah, I mean, we can. It's not, yeah. Okay, so we're going to the jazz club. We're gonna lure him into a room that Nancy then makes open to my dungeon.
You call
And
it
then,
your
like,
dungeon?
It's my dungeon. Basically.
Sure.
Some things never change.
I mean, you know, why not call it what it is?
Okay. Yeah.
Torture
That's the plan.
room? I mean, take your pick.
Happy
The
place.
dungeon.
Happy place. That's it. That's it. Green. Yeah. All right, let's go.
Okay.
Okay.
How are you going to get him into the room? Are you just going to be like, hey, how's it going, Francis?
I mean, my thought is just like, if he knows he's got guys on the other side, he's not gonna have a problem walking through the door. I mean, like, I guess if he's ahead of Cerberus, then he's one of us. So maybe he'll suspect something, but I can be sneaky. I mean, that's my whole jam, actually.
True.
It is actually, and you're quite good at it.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Lead the way.
Let's do this.
I will call for a driver for downstairs. Hello, yes, this is Ava. I'm just wondering if we can have a driver take us to where are we going?
What's the
What's
club
the
called?
club name?
Blue something, I think.
Yeah.
It's like the Rhapsody or something. I can't remember the name.
Yeah.
The
Rhapsody.
Rhapsody?
it might be. Yeah.
The Blue Rhapsody. Yes.
Yep, that was it.
Yeah.
For a party
Sure.
of 6. Yes,
Mhm.
thank you. Okay. Okay, we can go.
And Jesse, just if they make sure that there's a gun, revolver, it's just something in that
Yeah,
room.
I mean, you want like an automatic weapon or just like a single shot?
Just single shot is fine.
Okie doke. I guess I'll go there and then be ready for you guys since you don't really need me at the club. Right?
Oh, so it was a party of 5?
It's fine.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, well,
Okay.
how fancy of a club is this, Sana? Should we be dressing up?
Actually,
It's
yeah, we
fancy?
should be. It's formal.
Okay. Okay.
Ooh.
Sorry.
Nancy, don't make
Dress.
that face. You look great
Sorry,
when you wear
Crane.
fancy clothes.
Shopping trip.
Well, I mean, there should be clothes in the closet. Yeah, I don't think we need to go shopping. They have everything available.
Shopping montage.
Yeah.
And didn't the Oracle already get all like makeuped up for Hades?
Yeah.
Definitely got
Makeover,
makeup. I don't think
makeover.
he's wearing a dress yet, but yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Well, whatever. Yeah, let's do this thing.
Okay, so I will go put on a fancy dress, and then I will, primp up, and then I'll be ready to go.
I think that
Standing at the
Nancy
door.
like takes a look at the dresses available in her closet and then wears the same like suit that she wore to pretend to be Gruber for Die Hard.
Sana
Okay.
will also
Off to the jazz club then. Jesse will stay behind to get everything prepped in the room. Anybody else staying behind, or are you guys all going to the club?
I think we're
I'm
all
gonna
going.
go.
Okay. Sounds good. Off you go. Arrive at any time unless there's anything you want to do in the vehicle on the way there.
I don't think so. I'm good.
Okay. So yeah, do you want to describe this jazz club, Sana?
Yeah. Tell us about it.
Yeah, it is. It is very nice, and the lights are obviously kind of dim. There's lots of tables. From what it looks like, there's basically you have to have a reservation to sit at a table to enjoy this club. There's not like any like other seating besides tables, drinks. There's a small bar and a small little dance floor at the very front for people. But it's kind of, pretty swanky looking. It's not something where we might feel out of place. There's all sorts of people here, but yeah, it's just like a very, very nice kind of standard, what you would think of jazz club.
Okie doke. Sounds good. So you guys arrive, go inside without issue. Is it really busy this time of day, night, or is it still kind of picking up? Like, would it be really
I'd
crowded?
imagine so.
Yeah, because we're
Dinner
going in the
time,
evening,
yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it would probably be quite busy.
Okay, sounds good. So is there any particular area that you guys would situate to, or are you all kind of just roaming the floor at this point?
I'm trying to
okay.
like scope the room for a like unguarded door. Like maybe one to a bathroom or to like an employee's room, or just one that doesn't have like a lot of people milling around.
Mm-hmm.
Just so I can like try and like, or one that's like next to a corner where there's like shadows there. I just want to find a good spot to like set up and like camp out and prepare to like, so he doesn't see me like reaching for the door. That's the sort of thing I'm looking for.
Okay.
Rory's going to go and give super precise and super hurtful readings of people's futures and just try and cause some shit.
Okay.
I would like to. The socialite in me will probably. Oh, wait, is that what I killed?
I think that
I
you
did.
did.
I did. Okay, so I'm actually gonna kind of like stand back a bit with maybe get a drink and just watch.
Okay.
Not
Is
the
that
socialite anymore. Oh, absolutely. Ava's normally socialite, going around, whatever. But now I'm kind of standing back and with the drink and just observing.
You're never going to get married, and you're never going to find happiness. And she walks out, she's just going around and like grabbing people's leftover drinks and shit and not behaving at all like someone or two.
That's amazing.
I'll keep an eye out for Sana because I definitely she wants to see the drama.
Yeah.
She's keen
I think
on.
we all do. Yeah.
Yeah. So Sana, she probably recognizes quite a few people around the club, but I think she's gonna kind of like look around and see if she could see any of Thornbottom's people around, or if she sees him. I doubt he might not show up right on time, but she's gonna at least keep her eyes peeled and see if she can see him or any of his people around.
Okay. What about Crane?
Just leaning on the bar, watching. He's staying. He'll probably maneuver around. So if Sana's moving, he'll like move to the other side of the bar. So he's like within reach as it kind of unfolds.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Sounds good. So let's get rolls from Nancy and Sana. Nancy, I would say change the game so you can find the exact position that you need. And then you can bank that juice to use for the actual door. And then Sana, I would say investigate to see who you notice and like use that for information.
Okay.
All right, so I've got sneaky as a spider, secret paths, cover my tracks, and investigator, because I'm casing the joint, right? That's a very investigative thing to do. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's +4. Hopefully this is gonna be okay. First roll of the night. That is not right. 2d6 plus. Oh, it was because I did a caps. A 9.
Yep. Okay. 9 is good. 9 is a success. Yeah, no, it's not bad. It's not bad. All right, so we're gonna give you you get 4 juice.
Okay.
And you can, if you'd like, you can spend one of those or whatever to either, if you want to create the story tag for yourself, you can do a story tag to set up the right, like the right door or something like that, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. I would love to set up a story tag because I have 4 juice. I want to set it up for the right door. Is a fine like tag. I also want it to persist, so I don't want it to be. You cannot
do a persist right now because you didn't get a 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you can choose to create the story tag, burn a power tag, or a story tag, or give a reduce a status. Right. So,
okay. So can I create the tag, the right door, and then give myself a status of like unseen?
Yeah, you can
like
do
just
that.
fade into the shadows, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't think I have any like negative statuses right now, unless I don't have prone or anything anymore.
Right.
Right. So I'll keep the other 2 if like I need to like act fast or something like that.
Okay. Yeah.
So that works. The right door is the story tag, and then a status of unseen 1. Okay.
Yeah. That works. Cool. Okie dokie. What do we have for Sana and her investigations?
I'm going to use for investigate, sniffing around, aware of every tiny movement around me, and always prepared. And let's see, that's 3. Not
5.
so great.
That's a 5.
That is a fail. I think there's just so many people in here. It's just there's too many faces.
And I'm probably just I assume Sana right now is also super anxious about what she has to do. So
yeah, that's a fair point. just a little overwhelmed with the whole thing. Also, because she just needed the god of death. So there's that too.
And it was revealed that it was like a bad deal. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fair. It's fair. Okay. Sounds good. So what I'll say is, after a bit of time, as you've already predicted, Francis shows up, fashionably late, so to speak. What I wanted to do was, so we have Nancy who's gotten set up. I'm assuming, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you would have told the rest of the group that you found the right spot and this is the door, etc.
Oh, yeah. I would make sure people know, like, or at least Sana knows, like, where you need to direct him to.
Right. Yeah. So, are you? What is Sana's plan when she finally sees Thornbottom? Are you going to try to like engage in conversation with him, or are you just going to try to lure him, like make yourself known and lure him?
I probably am going to try to. A combo, but like lure him as kind of, because we have a history. I want to try to engage in conversation and kind of make him angry and see if I can get him to come with me, type thing.
Okay.
So yeah.
Where is Sana waiting? I guess would be my next question.
Probably, I might be kind of by Ava right now. If she's kind of has a drink and she's by the bar, I might just be over there as well. Also kind of just silently looking over and watching. I think Thornbottom probably has a table that he usually sits at, and I've just been watching that and waiting for him to arrive. And so when I finally do see him arrive, I realize, I look at Ava and I'm like, it's time.
Definitely.
Okay.
I don't think we've ever described what Thornbottom looks like, now that I think about it. Do you have a particular description in mind of what he represents and all that?
That's actually a really good question. So in my mind, I've always seen him as a very greedy guy. He is like the epitome of greed. And so he might be a little bit more of like, he's well dressed, but a little bit more of like a bigger guy. He kind of like, if you look at him, you might be like, this guy might be kind of a sleazy guy. He looks around the room, even like kind of even womanizing, like looking at different women. And it's just like, that this guy is probably not a good guy, but he's, in my mind, the epitome of greed. And so he probably has like a darker hair, it's slicked back. And he too is kind of dressed up, but I think when he sits down, he has kind of his people around him. He has some dudes, even maybe some women with him. And yeah, so that's kind of what he looks like in my mind.
Okay. Sounds good. I would say then, he sits down at his regular table. People around, waitress probably comes up and gets him his regular drink, not even asking what he wants, that kind of deal. And he's just enjoying the jazz club, essentially. So if you have an opportunity, obviously he's got people around him, so I don't know if you want to try to do something about that or if you're just going to ignore that and go for it.
I think I'm just going to try to go for it.
Okay.
Also, for those who don't know, Thornbottom is essentially what he is he's like a crime lord. He has like an underground organization that he runs for a lot of the different casinos and things like that. And so I know him through getting in different gambling debt. Like basically, I'm in debt and I owed him money. My husband owed him money, and we got into trouble in that sense, and that's why he killed my husband. So this is something I probably would also explain briefly to the group and explain why things happened the way they did. But so I'm going to kind of make my way over. I know that he's a dangerous guy, and even the people around him are dangerous. So I'm going to be cautious when I do this. But I might just sit at the table and just... Thornbottom.
Hello, Sana.
Long time no see.
Not that long. considering you tried to kill me.
But I didn't.
That's a very big mistake.
How do you feel about that? The fact that I let you go?
I found it intriguing, but stupid.
Stupid.
Yeah. Where were your friends that you were with last time?
They're around, but not really your concern.
I suppose not. What do you want?
The last time I saw you, you ran off. It's almost like you just vanished. It's kind of weird.
I'm fast, what can I say?
I say this kind of loud so that the people around me kind of might think it's weird that I say this, but it's almost like you completely just disappeared into thin air, like you have some sort of powers or something. What was that all about?
Maybe you've had a little bit too much to drink, Sana.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. There's something about you, Francis. Something maybe you're not telling us all?
You sound intrigued.
I am indeed. Maybe, I look around. I feel like maybe we can talk about this more. Alone.
All right, roll a convince for me.
Or we can continue to talk about you disappearing in front of all these people. Okay, so convince. I have a lot for this. I'm gonna do talk anyone into anything. Hypnotic suggestion, and I'm gonna. This is like channeling a little bit more of my powers, but induce hypnotic trance. So I'm gonna kind of put those two together, and as I'm talking to him, just kind of like look into his eyes as I'm saying this. And should I go that route? I might do seduction a little bit as I'm kind of talking him into this. So I'll use those 4.
Okay. What I'm going to say, you tell me if this is fair. I think that because of the history you guys have, I'm going to say Nemesis at a -1. Because he's obviously like, and you did try to kill him, sort of.
Yes.
So if you think that's fair, like
that's fair.
As a counter.
Actually, I might also invoke a weakness tag if I can here, because caught in the act. I think he knows me pretty well, and the fact that I'm trying to be like a little bit charming with him, he might not buy that. So I'm gonna invoke that as well.
Yeah, you can always invoke weaknesses as long as they're appropriate.
So I'll do just +2 here.
Okay. Come on.
Roll well. Ooh!
Good roll. Good roll. Okay. Yeah, on a 10, you can change his agenda, at least for a time. So I think, so you say alone, and I think that piques his interest at that point, and he kind of like looks around and motions some of the people around him to like get out of the way, and he says, "After you."
Let's go. And I get up and I look across the room, and I'm trying to look for Nancy and where she kind of set up this door, essentially.
I mean, I told you where it was.
So I will head in that direction.
Okay. While that's happening, is anybody else like obviously I'm thinking you guys are watching the table that she's at?
Yes, I'm absolutely keeping an eye on her. I'm trying to make sure that she's okay, but I'm trying not to interfere. So if she doesn't look like she's in trouble, I probably won't do anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you all kind of follow through the door after a few seconds, or are you gonna like?
I'm going right through.
Okay.
Yeah. Crane's maneuvering so that he's basically going to be. As soon as he goes through, he's like right behind. He's not even waiting.
Come on, can't miss it.
On their heels, yeah.
Fight.
So does Sana like take him by the hand, or does she just hope that he's gonna follow?
She'll take him by the hand to make sure that he does actually.
Or do that like the fancy like arm hold.
Oh, the arm hand.
Yeah.
Yes, I like that.
Okay.
So it's like
Sounds
everything's fine here. We're totally great. Like look at us, not like aggressive at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. So yeah, you guys go to the door. He looks curious about it because he's like, this is, we'll just say like the storage room or something ridiculous like that. And he's like, interesting choice. And let's, if you want to do anything with that juice, Nancy, you can. It's totally up to you.
Is there a way to apply, like, because we already did the right door, meaning like we could get him here and like there wasn't like a bunch of hubbub around it. Is there any way to put a tag on the situation or the door or the area to be like, the veil is thin here? Basically like pushing through or holding the door open is a little bit easier.
Yeah, if you want to spend your last 2 juice to do something like that,
yeah.
I'll allow it.
Okay, so like thin veil.
Yeah.
It's just easier to make the path connect one end to the other.
Yeah, so it's long enough to extend to the other people, the rest of you guys, I guess.
As opposed to like fighting against, like...
Yeah. Okay, yep, that works. Thin veil. Okay, that works for me. Yeah, so we'll go on through. Are you going first, or Sana, are you going first, or are you like trying to motion Thornbottom through first?
I will probably, I'll go first, so it's not as, hopefully he doesn't think it's weird or anything, so I'll try going first.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, right now at this point in time, since it's still within the scene, he's still on your agenda, so from your convince success. So he'll follow you through at this moment in time without incident. He kind of makes sure before he left the table to motion to his guards to like stay, right? Private conversation and all. So yeah, I think that's pretty much a success on that front. You walk through, and I would say Jesse would have probably kept the lights either completely off or incredibly dim. So it's not obvious where you guys stepped through. Again, she's kidnapped people before, so this is not her first rodeo. But she's ready to go whenever you guys get there. And then a few seconds later, I'm assuming everybody else kind of piles through. But when you're on the other side, Sana, you have about probably 30 seconds, I would say, like a good 30 seconds with Francis before anybody else comes through. Jesse would not speak up as to not like blow your cover or anything like that, and she'd be kind of lurking in the shadows.
So as I enter, I immediately want to try to go for the gun that would be left there. And I wouldn't like pick it up and instantly try to shoot him. I'll just pick up the gun and just kind of flail around. It's just you and me now, Francis. No way in, no way out. Do you know where you are?
In a room with you with a gun. Are you going to try to kill me again?
Maybe. So I kind of like start just kind of twirling the gun around, and I walk closer to him.
Okay.
Does he Does he do anything as I approach? Does he try to
No.
He just...
Oh, he stands his ground.
So, you didn't tell me what you were, your powers. You know, I have them too.
Yeah.
Don't lie to me.
I had an inclination when you visited Anatoly. He wouldn't just invite anybody there.
Yeah. And guess what? I work for Anatoly now.
Oh, now that's interesting. So what, Anatoly set this whole thing up?
Actually, no. I did. I didn't need him to help me take you down. I could do it myself. And here I am.
Obviously, you needed some kind of help. Otherwise, you wouldn't have gone back.
I know what everybody's after. Probably what you're after. What Anatoly's after. This pen, this quill. You know about it?
No, but thank you for cluing me into Anatoly's next project.
You won't have to worry about it. I can't let it get into the wrong hands, and you apparently have some importance with that.
All I do is make money for Anatoly.
I show him I have the tattoo on, right? Or the tattoo. Did that, after I made the deal, the Cerberus, does Sana have that?
It's right now like a bear mark because you haven't taken on the power. So yeah, it's faint. It's very faint.
So just so my memory is refreshed. Thornbottom was the third part of what we need to get to the quill, essentially.
Right.
Okay. So you don't know about... Don't play dumb with me.
It's not my purview. I deal with the money in the city, not artifacts. Although it is quite curious that you're hired for this artifact of sorts. You're more of a person to spend money, not find wealth.
Well, that's changing now.
Turning over a new leaf after your husband died?
After you killed him? Or not you, but you're dead. Listen, I know that you are part of the key to getting to this, the Cerberus. Does that ring a bell to you?
Sure.
I know all about it. And I just cannot let this get into the hands, the wrong hands.
Do you even know what the wrong hands are?
It's not you. Honestly, it's not Anatoly either.
I'm sure he would disagree.
He would. But I know what you are and the things that you've done. The crimes you've committed. And it's time that you finally pay for that. You pay for the death of my husband. You pay for all of the people, all the pain that you put so many people through. This is it. And I point the gun at him.
Okay. Do you shoot right away?
No. I wait for him to say anything else because I feel like there's definitely something else that he's not saying. So I just give him a second and see if he says anything else.
He would probably kind of sigh a bit and then just look straight at you, pass the gun, and be like, you have no idea what you've gotten yourself into with Anatoly.
You might be right, but you have no idea the power that this item has.
If Anatoly wants it, I'm sure it's quite powerful. But you wouldn't have any idea what to do with it anyway.
I know that I only did this to make sure that he won't get it. To make sure that you won't be part of anything involving this. Why are you... What is your game?
It's not really a game. It's just a business. I get the money that helps fuel Anatoly's operation, and in turn, I'm rewarded with whatever I want. Don't have to worry about it. Sure, there's some minor, strings attached to the whole thing, but
The fact that he tied you up and was about to let me kill you, that doesn't bother you?
At that remark, he has like a massive grin on his face. And he says, do you think it's that simple to kill somebody that is bound to Hades?
No. That's why I'm bound to him now, too. And I know that I made a deal with him to take you out. So that means you no longer have that nice little consolation that if I take you out, that's it. That's it for you.
So you think that I'm no longer immune to whatever it is that you're going to do? Is that what you think?
Well, that was the deal.
Guess there's only one way to find out, Sana.
Oh shit, I know this is not gonna go the way I want to. And okay, Sana's clearly been stalling because she has never really killed somebody before.
Right. He's calling her bluff.
Yes. So this is very difficult.
Yep.
She holds the gun. And she takes a shot.
Okay.
At his head.
Hit with all you've got.
Okay. So
you one for the gun. That's an automatic +1.
Are we killing people yet? Is she dying?
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're working by now.
Yeah. I don't really have much for this.
Do you have anything like confidence or anything like that?
False air of importance. I have not actually really used that tag before, but I feel pretty confident in myself and important in what I'm doing right now.
Fair enough.
I feel with Hades, I got this. I feel very confident. Yeah. At least in what I'm about to do.
So
where are you
are we
aiming,
seeing
by the
this?
way?
Are we in the
I need to
room or are we
ask
still getting there? Sorry.
Sorry.
Say that again.
Where are you
I was
aiming? Oh,
asking too many questions.
We're
Well,
definitely
please.
in the room.
oh yeah, you
Where
guys have
is
made
it?
it.
Longer than
about,
30
like,
seconds. Everyone's here. Doors closed.
Everybody's
Like,
here. Everybody's just staring.
Yeah.
That makes
yeah,
Yeah,
but
we're
you
just, like,
don't see because
standing
they're in the
back.
shadows.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys probably all like, shit, this is not gonna go. so everything is filled with rage, which is a third one. And honestly, yeah, I'm gonna go with those three.
Where did you aim?
For his head, like right up against his temple. So if we've been having a conversation, and I'm just like, I just want to shoot right at his face. Okay, let's see how this goes. It's not gonna work. +3.
13. Not bad. Okay.
That was a good time to go back a bit.
So with a 13, now this is where the mechanics get silly. What you're going to need to do is, so tier is equal to power. So you have a +3, right? Which you need for killing somebody generally, you need a 5 to completely, like, well, technically a 6, but he's, you know, it's his head. let's just say it's his head. So what I would say is, for the sake of the narrative and more realism, I would say how nervous is Sana?
She's extremely nervous.
Okay. Here's what I think will happen, and you're welcome to step in and say no. But I think that in her anxiety of the situation, her hand slightly moves just before she pulls the trigger, and it actually pierces through his neck and comes out the other side.
Okay.
And so from the reason you'll understand this, so this happens and the bullet goes through the loudness of the gunfire, like that, it's just echoing in this room that is completely dead silent. And the smug smile that was on his face starts to slowly fade as he realizes that he actually is no longer protected by Hades. And so the blood is like gushing out of either side of his neck. And he goes like this to like try to stop the blood. And he collapses onto his knees on the ground as the blood is just soaking his suit and shirt and pooling around him. And he can't talk, but he does look up at you. So you're welcome for final words if you'd like.
She just kind of like spits on him as he looks up at her.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so as he kind of crumbles to the ground, essentially, the blood really just everywhere. You'll notice a slight heat sink into your arm. And if you were to look, the Cerberus symbol has fully become visible on your wrist.
Oh, man.
And at this point in time, I would like Sana, Crane, and then Jessie her success will depend on both of your guys' success. If you would like to please roll face danger for me with a physical and or mental, either or. It can't be both, but either or.
I'm cackling.
Face danger. Okay. So we can use tags for this, right?
Yes.
Let me just pull up the character sheet. Oh man, I don't really have. Always prepared.
It's got to be like, yeah, it's got to be resistance based. So if that helps anything, either physical or mental resistance.
I just basically have, always prepared.
Okay, so at a +1. What about Crane?
So you want me to roll on this one as well?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll do physical, so unbreakable hide, inhuman strength, brutal fighter, high pain threshold, human shield. I throw that in there.
Yeah.
All right. +5.
I just rolled a 12.
That's awesome.
My rolls.
Okay, you guys both rolled over a 10. So what I'm gonna say is Jesse probably feels the fire as well, and then Crane, you also feel the flame, like the heat on your wrist. And for a brief moment, it feels like something is pulling you all, the three of you, towards each other. But given your success on this, I think that the human emotion that's involved, even with something as savage as this, it stops the process. And I think there's a instinctual like glance at one another, even in the shadow. It's like as if you can see each other. And then it's not in your standard form. It's almost more like a corporeal form of like this glowing blue light. It's not very bright, but it's there. And it kind of is like an aura around you. And you guys will, the three of you guys will see this. Nobody else will. And I would like you, I'll send you the actual list of it, but you will now have a new theme card for the duration of the episode, obviously since the finale. It's called The Watcher of Hades. There's 3 power tags associated with it: Poisonous Touch, Ravenous, and Guardian to Hell. Your weakness is Hellish Avarice. And I will give you a little, I'll post that for you. So you now have the theme card for Cerberus. And that is it's technically a mythos, but the identity of it, it's not a question anymore. It's an answer, which is that you are Cerberus. And so what will happen is what I said to Morph earlier before when he first got the card, is you'll be able to call on this. And since you actually have all 3 of you now, you can utilize the synced power across the 3 of you. And in a stop holding back situation, you would be able to transform if you so wish. So keep that in mind. So with that said, I will go ahead and let you guys pick up from there. Francis is bled out on the ground. He is no longer moving or breathing. And the rest of you guys are in this room together.
Someone died. Don't fucking laugh. Yeah, he wasn't a great guy, but like,
I can't believe I did it.
Fuck.
Sana, are you okay?
I'm not sure if I feel satisfied or if I feel angry at myself, and I look at my arm as I now clearly see the more visible mark.
Mm-hmm.
It's done. It's done.
Yeah, you can't really take back killing somebody. Jesse chimes in.
It's pretty final.
What is wrong with you? Are you always like this?
Who, me? Or
yes,
her?
You.
Huh?
No,
oh,
you.
Me? Oh.
You can't take back killing someone. How insensitive are you?
I mean, it is true.
It is a kind of no take
Are you
backseat kind of
okay?
deal.
Ava?
Chime in then.
Yeah,
You
I'm
seem to
fine.
have had some, I don't know, like you got some bad blood towards
Yeah, your
Jesse.
hair is like something or another different.
Yeah, I
Have
woke
you
up
seen
like
the mirror?
this. Yes,
Oh.
I did.
Okay.
Anyway, like
Anna,
It
it'll be
suits
all right.
you.
Thank you.
we have the three-headed dog or whatever, so now we can go to that warehouse and we won't lose our minds, right? Presumably.
I mean, in theory, no, nobody's actually
You guys know
gotten
how
this
to-
far.
I mean, that was
don't
my
know how
best
that
guess.
works.
I mean, it really is a bit of a shot in the dark. Seemed like the most likely thing, so yeah, we'll see.
Shot in
Seemed
the
like
dark.
the most likely thing.
Shot in the dark.
Like what just happened here.
Oh my no. You're all will
You
be
didn't
glad
see
when
that
I
one
never
coming.
happened to you. All right, let's just get this over with. Ava, do you remember where it was?
Yes. I close my eyes and I can see it again. So I will describe it to you. It's like I need to describe it to you so you can open the door to the place, right? Nancy?
To try at least. If
To the
it's
area.
magical.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if it's magical, I
Okay.
can't get there. But,
Okay. So I can describe the way to the door.
Okay.
Okay. So it's like
Do you have-
it's sorry.
Do you guys have any idea how whatever this protection is supposed to work? Do you want to, like, I don't know, practice? I don't plan on losing my memories today.
I don't know. I mean, we
We'll
could
do it on the
try.
night. It'll be fine. We'll do it on the night. Wing it.
Improv.
I really like that idea. What about you,
Winging
Sana?
it?
Yeah.
It'll be fine. I mean, I transformed
Nothing could
and
possibly go
chewed
wrong.
out the back of the leg of a giant titan.
Anything that
Can
happens
you,
is supposed to happen. So
Nancy, can you do that with me? That thing that you
Do
did to
what?
that guy in the room that one time, where you kind of like mind melded him. You took his. Were you able to see what he saw?
No.
No.
No, I just made him. It's like a truth serum sort of thing.
Oh,
He just
okay,
doesn't
okay.
lie anymore.
Okay. Well, it was worth a shot.
I'm not like
You
a.
could always just like drive around the area that you're describing and maybe it'll trigger something.
I guess, like, at this point, who else is looking for it? We are both Hades and Camilla.
Yeah.
So
True. At this moment in time, I don't think there's any competition. I mean, like, I don't think that there is.
So
what's-
when I did this, Nancy, I was seeing into the future where we were already there and we've already been there. So can we maybe put our powers together so that you can open to the door to a place you've already been in the future?
it's not. The problem isn't whether or not I've been there. I mean, I've opened a door to the outside of the solar system. Never been there. The problem is there are protections in place at places like this. You can't just walk in, open a door. There's whoever's protecting the quill. They're powerful. They're not going to let
That's why
me
you
just.
need the right tools to get you into a place. Sometimes even really powerful creatures need a helping hand. So, teamwork, positive thinking. We'll do it all together. And in the end, we'll win. Good? All encouraged?
I don't trust that what you want from the situation is what we want from the situation, Ori. In fact, I don't trust that what I want from the situation is what anyone else wants.
So it's every woman for herself once we're in.
And man. She points to Crane.
And you.
Hi.
Okay, so what do we all want out of the situation? Obviously, I want to make my boss happy. My real boss, not Camilla. She can go screw herself. But, there's that. So you know, I'm on board for Anatoly. Is it one vote for? No, nobody.
I just want to get out of this with my head on my shoulders, the money I was promised, and never having to see any of you ever again. And I like look directly at the Oracle when I say that.
You see.
She seems really angry at her.
Well, she's angry at her, but also her dad. It's weird.
Yeah. Anyway, so are we gonna have to like deal with each other when we get to it? Because I feel like maybe we should resolve this now. Can we all agree to a particular like path, aka to bring it to Anatoly?
I mean,
No.
Ava, I know we talked about destroying it, but none of us except for her, and I point to the Oracle, can actually use the thing. You have to be fully in your power.
What a strange coincidence. I hadn't even thought about that. I guess I'll have to take it then.
Okay,
No.
then what are you gonna do with it?
I'm sure that Anatoly and Camilla are both also fully in their power. I just mean that our original plan of writing it out of existence and unsealing Sana's deal none of us can do that.
We don't know that that's true. We should still try.
Yes. Oh, that could be very dangerous if you try. It could like kill you or something worse. So, how about this? You make sure I get to it, and when you get me to it, I promise to do the most interesting thing that one of you wants to do with it.
No, I don't trust you.
The roulette game.
And then we can take it to Anatoly? I don't know. I don't like that answer. That was not really a clear yes or no. It was a scoff.
Definite no. Not feeling that at all.
Is it
It's gonna be
safe to say
problematic.
that we're all off the page of giving this to Camilla? That was our original job. We're all a no.
Oh,
on
yeah.
that.
Can Anatoly deal with Camilla? Because she's not going to just let us walk off with this.
She's also
Maybe-
not going to let us live if she finds out we gave it to someone else.
Exactly.
Maybe we should use it to get rid of her.
We can't
Unless we gave it to Anatoly, in which case then he can protect us from Camilla. So
Should
I
have
feel
figured
like
out
this is
that
a
again.
I
can
wanna
put in
try
a
to use
neutral
it.
space with Nancy's help.
What?
That sounds interesting though.
I want to try to get rid of the quill.
Right. So we let Ava try to use it when she explodes.
Dies, then
into
yes,
the
you can do whatever you
dust.
want because it won't matter.
Then
You're
we'll
just
discuss what we're going to do with it.
you're okay with that? With the possibility of just fucking what if it breaks your mind and you're just left alive and drooling?
I can't think about that. It's the world versus trying
Let
this.
me at least do it, because I already signed my life away. So
Don't be
That's,
so
that's
down.
why I'm doing this.
Don't
Maybe
make
the deal with
Cerberus
Anatoly
connection.
would keep her from dying.
Mhm.
Maybe the power of the whatever deal you guys have done, he is a god of death.
He is that. So, sorry, Sana. That's a no from me.
No, just meaning maybe it
Cancelled.
will keep.
okay, I feel like we're all not communicating properly. I'm saying we just bring it to Anatoly like we were supposed to, right?
No.
We're supposed to bring it to
There is
Camilla.
no we. There is only you and us.
That's
I don't like this us versus you mentality that you've got going on, because they
I
don't
don't
even
like-
like you.
yeah, what she said.
I quite like her.
Guys.
Oh, who do you like more, Crane?
Well, you, obviously, and we're working together. Yes, it goes without saying.
Yeah.
I'm still on the side that we should be holding on to it for ourselves, but if that's not an option, then I do say...
Well, Jesse, how what kind of scale is the kickback from Camilla going to be? Because the people who tried and failed to get this before, they just don't exist anymore. Is that where we'll end up if we don't give it to her?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If we bring it to Anatoly, I'm pretty sure he's going to protect us because that's kind of the whole deal.
Us or protect you?
Protect.
Well, like us.
Because we haven't made a deal with him.
Exactly.
I mean, you haven't, and she hasn't,
right.
but yeah, I mean,
so
we could always
you and Sana and Crane, the people who are valuable to him, and not myself or Ava, who don't wish to get wrapped up in an eternal deal with the god of death. No offense,
okay, but
Sana.
you could also consider maybe he thinks you're still valuable, so you could, offer in exchange at the time
eternally be in debt to the god of death.
These two are not weak-minded fools like the rest of you. So they don't need to make the same mistakes as you already have. Your fate has already been decided. Theirs has not.
Wow.
How dare you?
Just
being honest, sister.
Wow. I want to get out of
what I said.
I want to get out of this without owing anybody anything.
Then
and if we're not handing it,
you and I,
if we're not handing it to Camilla,
take it away somewhere.
I'm not doing anything with you.
What about you and Gibbs? What if it wasn't me?
Are you saying he's still in there somewhere? And you'd let him out?
Of course he is.
And you wouldn't take his body back the second you got what you wanted?
He offered himself. I accepted. I did not force it upon him.
Yeah, but I'm sure you didn't make it clear what he was accepting either.
Listen, I came here for a reason to make sure the job got done. If I can't get the job done in this body because you don't like me, but Gibbs can, then as long as the job gets done, that's all that really matters to me.
I would like to use an ability, please. I'm going to use my Ahead of the Game, which gives me once per session you get one free clue. And I'm going to use that free clue to do prophetic, which is when you use a clue, you are allowed to ask the MC what's going to happen next related to my question. The MC cannot give you a hint. They must instead give you a straight answer.
Okay.
I would like to... What happens if I use the quill and try to destroy it? Can I use it?
In your current form, you cannot execute the power of the quill.
So if Ava's trying to have a prophetic vision of her using this quill, is it like, do I get destroyed or do I have to become somewhat, am I Tituba? Is Tituba using this or?
Well, okay, so you asked specifically if you used the quill, what happens, right? So
right.
In your current form, you will not be able to use the quill. You will be destroyed.
Right.
So it's not just like it won't work. It's like it'll like tear her apart inside or whatever.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So you see you as yourself currently, right?
Okay.
Using that.
Okay.
Okay, so we're not going to agree about who to bring the quill to or what to do with the quill. So I feel like we're kind of at a dead end. So let me put it this way. Without the three of us who made a deal, you guys aren't getting anywhere near it. So I'm feeling like majority rules on this one. Just saying.
Right. Can we go around and just see exactly where everybody stands? Because you've been very quiet, son. Are you with us or are you with them?
With
them?
Yes, you over there.
Are you with Jesse on giving it to Hades?
If we're not keeping it for ourselves, then what option do we have? Either we keep it for ourselves, and Ori here can use it as we see fit, and we can control things.
What makes you What makes you trust that Ori's gonna do anything for us with it? You don't know her.
Because Ori is still some part of Gibbs, so I feel like we can trust her.
You can trust me insofar as I will execute exactly what it is that I want to do, which is to keep the quill safe, away from everyone else. Not for my own use, although maybe I look at it once every now and again, but only in a sort of museum curators kind of way. You know, like, oh, there it is in a nice glass box, never touch that, you know? It will be safe, though, on a different plane of existence where no one else can keep it. Nancy's the only one who can get it there, so I need her. Which means I'm willing to give Gibbs back control in order to execute my will. It's what he wants to.
What makes it safer with you than with the people who have it already?
Well, everyone's fighting for it at the moment, and someone might get it. That's the thing. The place that I'm taking it, no one will be able to get. No one will even be able to appear, except for you, in truth, Nancy, seeing as you're special.
I mean, let's be honest, we're pretty much nearly there, and this team is barely cohesive.
Fair point. Eventually somebody would get it with where it is now. I agree.
Exactly.
So if we do take it off the table entirely, whether it goes with Ori or not, how do we keep Camilla and Hades off our backs? You'd have to use it.
You have to use it.
I say we just use it for that, to keep them
We'll
away.
help you, but you use it, and only you use it, and you make sure that we're okay and Sana gets her soul back.
Oh, just
we'll help
Sana
you.
now? I see how it is.
Well, you seem perfectly satisfied with
Well,
what
yeah.
you
That's
want.
why
seem
I want to
happy where
give
you
that
are.
to Hades, because you guys don't actually care about Crane or I.
Well, since
Even though this entire
but that's
time
a
we've
two-way
done nothing but
street,
help.
sweetie. You've been
I've been
lying to
helping
us
the
since
whole
day one.
time.
You've been lying
But
since
helping.
day one.
Lying
You were going to
to us.
betray us the
Lies.
moment we
That
got
helped.
the quill.
No, there was
Okay.
no betrayal.
Please.
There was no betrayal.
Yet, the moment we got the quill, you would have been surprised. I don't work for Camilla. I work for Hades.
Judas. And I met
The
him.
whole point was to make sure you guys were safe, right? Which I have fully completed. Okay? I have completely held that up. You've gotten all of the information because of me. You've gotten into all of the things that you wanted to because of me. And
But
that
if
is
Hades
actually
told you not to keep us safe, what would you have done?
why. What would he have gained from that? He needs people.
I don't care. What would you have done if he told you not to keep us safe? If all of a
didn't.
sudden you got orders to say, oh, take the quill and kill them, what would you have done?
It would have killed you.
Not me, though, obviously.
Well, because
I
you're
think she would have killed you
but-
too.
Right.
I mean, technically, if he had asked me to kill everybody, I would have had to have done that. Not that I'm sure I could, so I don't think he would ever order me to do that.
I mean, I'm not even mad. I would have enjoyed the attempt, honestly.
See, this is why I don't like owing people shit. Because you end up doing stuff you don't want to do.
Perhaps one roll of the dice would
I know
be
all about
interesting, just to see how much we could write out in terms of debts for everyone.
If we could get your souls back from Hades, would you want to do that? Crane, Jesse, because I assume that Sana does if her wants haven't changed.
Crane
Yes.
looks at Jesse for her to answer first.
I mean, I don't even remember what freedom feels like, so I don't know.
Boorish.
I mean, Crane, you had
You still
other
wanna give
things
it to
that were
him.
in the works. That, I mean, like, are you ready to sacrifice that? Again?
I mean, I think the theory is with the quill, you don't have to sacrifice anything.
I'm ambivalent. I was kind of looking forward to a few hundred years.
Well, how about this? How about we use the quill, set everybody free, and you can just go right back and make yourself a deal.
And once we're set free, we take the quill back to a place where
Well, you take you take the quill. You use it, set everybody free, and then once that's done, you take the quill to safety.
I'm with that.
Well,
Jazzy.
it seems like we're outnumbered.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. I mean, they could literally double cross us after the fact. I'm just saying.
What do you want?
We're not the ones who have double crossed you already. You're the one who's already
I have
double crossed
not
us.
done
We're
anything to
dropping
put your
that.
lives in jeopardy.
We're dropping the whole backstabbing, betrayal, bullshit, lying stuff. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you guys done that worse than I have.
Shh. What is it that
I
you
haven't done any
want?
of it.
Do you want to stay working for Hades? Because I'm sure that with this stupid magical fucking quill, like, we could figure something out. Maybe hand him.
I mean, like, I'd like to not have to work for somebody.
Make another one of. So if we could use the quill to like make you free and clear, no one coming after you, like, isn't that what you'd want?
Right, assuming that that's what the Oracle goes through with.
I mean,
Obviously, she's not a fan of me, so...
Don't care for liars.
how about this? You said yourself, Ori, Oracle, whatever. I'm the only one that can get you there.
True enough.
And if this thing really is all powerful, whenever I get to the point where, if I ever get to the point where you are, I could just go back and write this entire history the way it should have been. So if Ori plays us, then I don't know, Batman montage and go back and make it right. Not that I
That's one
want
feeling.
to, but I will. And I'm like staring, I'm like looking at her like this is the like threat I'm holding over her head or whatever. Like, I fucking will, all right? That's all we got. None of us can use it.
I agree with Nancy.
Yeah. Yeah. We use the quill to get ourselves free. And then we don't have to worry about them getting it. And that's it.
Would that be okay?
I really feel like right now I don't have a choice, and this seems like the best path at the moment. So
Great,
You know.
perfect. It's decided.
deal then. Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even get to say. Wow, okay, sure.
Well, say something, Crane.
I'm just right. Well, if the option is Ori or Hades, and we're not going to try and hold on to it for ourselves and start something, thought we had something going here, then fine. Right, Ori it is. Trust the Oracle. Right, Gibbs, if you are in there, do not screw this up.
Trust is like way
He's listening.
overstretching where I'm at with that. I'm leap of faithing on this one. Okay.
Same.
So if we get
And we are
screwed, we get
both fully
screwed,
within our
and
rights to,
then
I
we'll be
told you
tortured
so.
for all of eternity by Hades. It's no big deal. It's only mine.
It's
You
what
two
we
saw
signed
that,
up
by the
for.
way. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I was quite clear to him in our meetings that I might not be able to convince everybody to hand it over, so I think we're good either way.
Right, Crane. Totally no problem with failure to the god of death.
Exactly.
I knew you'd see my way.
Definitely don't see your way. Just railroaded into a decision that I don't really have any control over, but okay.
Funny how
Great.
these things play out.
Oh God, don't push your
I
luck.
actually miss Gibbs. This is the weirdest feeling I've ever had.
He misses
So
you
what?
too.
Now we just drive around to the warehouse district or something?
Chinatown.
Chinatown?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Let's go. Yeah, that's great. Great. Fantastic. Okay. So you guys will assumingly leave the torture chamber where Francis is completely
Right,
bled
there's
out.
been a corpse on the floor this whole time. I forgot about that.
You've been arguing over a dead body.
Yeah.
Might want to put that in the incinerator before we leave.
So it's
actually.
fine. We can just
Or-
write it out with the quill
Yeah,
when we
can
get
use
there.
it as a test.
Oh, bad idea. When we use it, we use it.
I don't know what that means.
Understood. Room for error the more times we attempt to do something.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, it's like a one and done kind of thing.
It would be unwise to
Okay.
continue to use it.
Fair
Let's
enough.
get rid of the body. You guys are good at this. Come on.
It's true.
Yeah.
Crane, we can just deal with it.
Right.
Chop chop, let's go. Time got a world to save.
Okay.
The world.
All right. You guys will kind of take care of that. Well, Crane and Jesse will take care of the body while you guys go and prepare anything you need to.
Yes, I would
If
like
anything?
to bring my artifact with me.
Okay. Anybody else?
I think that mostly I probably call my brother. Just in case shit goes south or whatever. And I try and make it like super casual, and he's probably like doing something like, I don't know, homework or something. And it's just like, I'm busy or whatever. But it's definitely like of the mind where it's like, if she walks in there and forgets everything, then she wants to have said goodbye.
Okay. Anybody else?
Okay, montage, but I don't really have too much to do anyway, so.
Okay. Crane?
Just while they are disposing of the body, he'll just when they're alone, he'll be like, whatever happens, if there's any final twist in the tale with you and Anatoly and whatever else your designs are, I have your back on this, and if something goes down, you can rely on me.
Thanks, Crane. That means a lot. Been working solo for so long. It's a nice change, despite the fact that most of the people here hate me.
I think they hate everyone and each other and probably themselves, so it's a change for me as well. I feel like someone's understanding me for once, or whatever happens, even if we have to spend hundreds of years collecting souls for Hades together. It's really, well, it's not that bad.
The company's not bad. That's true.
Right. Well, let's toss this old fool into the incinerator.
Yeah, good riddance. That was fun.
It was romantic.
It was.
Did you see her? She was like right
Shaking.
up there, like just yeah.
In the neck. I think
She's
she was
never
aiming for
killed
the head
anybody.
and blood everywhere.
Yeah, I think so.
First
I
time
mean-
images.
First timers, yeah. Mm.
Yep.
All right. So off you guys go. Back up
Oh,
to
one
the
thing,
rest of the
one
crew.
thing that Ori would want to do,
Oh.
yeah, real quick, was find Nancy after she had called her brother and like slink into the room and sort of waddle in with a ridiculous dress on, so she sort of looks like she's in an opera dress for some reason. Is now the time?
For what?
Chit chat.
I suppose, better now than when we're trying to fight some fucking protector fellas. What?
Well, I was just got to thinking, might be wise for us. I don't necessarily think we should trust anyone except each other in this one. Or in this case, you don't need to trust me, you can trust Gibbs. You see,
I don't
Teacher Bush
get
can't
that.
trust Lever, and the others their souls are already on the line, so undoubtedly they'll try and betray us before the end.
You're not telling me anything I don't already know. I don't trust anyone to have my back but me. All right? I don't trust Gibbs either. A couple weeks is not enough to... It's me, okay? It's always been just me. Ever since my mom died, there's nobody else. So I don't even trust you. I certainly don't trust Gibbs. Actually, probably of all these people, the person I trust most is Sana because she's innocent as shit.
Well, I think you'll be wrong about Gibbs in the long run. Something tells me he's planning something. You know what he's like. Now he knows that he's getting out and all. Keep an eye on him. Make sure he doesn't do anything too stupid while I'm gone.
I don't understand this whole two people thing. Sure.
It's hardly surprising. Thank you. Then I'm sure everything's going to go just the way we intended to. I'll give Gibbs back control the last moment just so I can keep an eye on things. You understand?
Yeah.
Great. All right, then. Let's get to it. The others are waiting.
Sure. And she does like the very teenage like eye roll, like, all right, mom, or whatever, you know?
He waddles off. She waddles off, rather. I'm playing her.
Okay. Sounds good. So we're all ready to go. Pile in to go drive to the Chinatown district and start the search for this alleyway that Ava saw in her vision.
Mm-hmm.
Did we have anything from that initial roll that we can use, or I don't remember if we had something.
We did have two, but I actually have in my notes that I know where it is. Not that I have to go looking for it. So I feel like I saw it and was like, okay, I've either been here or I know there, or we can drive and I'll be like this. I just know this is the spot.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's fine. So you guys find the
okay.
alleyway. Okay.
Okay. I think this is the one. This is the one.
Oh, good.
Stop the car. Stop the car. This is it.
Okay.
Just before it goes into it, that was the vision that we shared, right? I think everybody.
Yeah. So everybody saw it. Yeah.
Who was it that backed up? Somebody
it was
backed
just
whoever wasn't there. Yeah.
Yeah. It would be
whoever
Crane,
was touching the table.
Jesse
I saw because I'm stubborn.
and Nancy. Yeah. Yeah. I wasn't
Okay.
there, I stepped back.
You were there, but I think you backed up.
Yeah, I
So,
was away.
yeah, everybody saw it. So you guys would all see the alleyway and be like, yes, this is the one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah. Okay, great. So this is going to be fun. I have no idea what's going to happen right now.
Yeah, me either. And that usually excites me, but
Maybe you
I don't
guys
know,
should
I
like
feel
hold
this pit
hands
in
or
my
something.
stomach. What?
Imminent doom. What?
The
Oh,
three
you
of
mean them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're supposed to like protect us or something. Put your
we could
wrists
go
together
first.
and shout like.
I mean,
you
it's
know,
worth a
power
shot.
of Hades compels you or something.
I think you have that wrong, but I don't know why. Oh well. Well, get on with it. Put your hands together. Power of Hades
right.
and whatnot.
Should
Yeah.
oh.
Let's
Crane, you
We
should
don't
be
have
in
a
the
lot
middle.
of time. The world is on the
Okay.
line here.
Let's do this.
Okay. Cool. She takes Crane's hand. Jesse does. Guessing Sana takes Crane's other hand.
Sana, like, hesitantly also, grabs Crane's other hand.
Crane just standing quite awkwardly with his hands out by his sides, like doesn't even know how to hold hands properly. Right? Should we just lead the way
my
then?
God.
Or-
I guess so.
Cool. Let's go that way. Because that's the direction it's supposed to be.
I feel like we should be
Oh
skipping.
boy.
He's like,
They don't feel anything, or
Me look down at my arm.
I don't feel anything.
We're getting
no?
closer.
I mean, okay,
Us
yeah.
with her.
Let's just leave the whole memory vanishing thing until the last minute. Not stressful at all.
Listen, it's not like this is like a instantaneous effect. We gotta like think about it, I think. So, that whole thing. But stop doing that look. It's like too much pressure. No need for that.
Ava suddenly has a cat. It's part of
Cat
her
came out of the
Ava
alleyway.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
So
Do
I
I?
guess we start
Oh,
walking.
sorry. Yep. Yep. I was gonna say, do I feel anything or sense anything different in this area, or do any of us? Is it like?
It probably the best you can feel is that it's just like the mist is very heavy here.
Okay.
It's obviously concealing things. That's probably the most you guys can kind of get from that whole thing.
Okay.
I mean, are you guys going ahead, the three of you, then? Like, in front of us?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I would
I guess
definitely
we'll just
not be
keep
going
walking.
ahead of you guys.
Yeah, we'll
just
start walking.
start
deeper
walking
into
forward.
this Mist.
Yep. Definitely walking forward. We'll say a couple paces, and you guys will start to kind of, aside from Sana, obviously, but everyone else who is part of the vision will start like recognizing the different things around them and the area. And you'll see the door. I think that we probably need to face danger from everybody.
Okay.
At this particular point in time.
Alrighty.
Is it a physical or like mental?
Mental.
Okay.
Sana and Crane, you guys can use Guardian to Hell as part of this roll for face danger.
So I have. It's
leave you on that
mental
face
and I'm
danger.
Just
Oh, you don't have to because you're an
Yeah.
avatar.
Just
Avatars don't face danger.
just +2 then. I'll use that
Okay.
Guardian to Hell and Iron Will. Oh, wrong dice. There we go. Yeah, boy.
Not great.
Good. Oh, excellent. I think I also have 2.
Okay.
All I've got and Protector, probably. Maybe Independent. Independent work.
And you're there with the group, so I'm not sure that would have.
Right. Okay. So probably just the 2 then.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for us all to fail. Ah, not a failure.
I'm just gonna use the 1 Guardian, so it'll just be
Okay.
+1 for me.
What about Filled with Rage? Oh, it doesn't matter because you're just balling out of control.
Man, my dice rolls tonight have been amazing.
Did Ava?
Yep, I'm doing mine here. I used... I got a 7, so it doesn't really matter. But I used empowered, self-reliant, and confident, and then I also used prophetic.
Were any of those burned? Did you burn tags? Or was it
I
Crane?
did burn tags, but none of those were burned.
So Crane failed, and Nance, myself and Ava got a middle, and Sana got a full success.
Yeah. Okay. Averaging out between Sana and Crane. 12. Okay, 11. Wait, no, 6. Sorry. Oh, yeah, you rolled a 6. Crap. Okay, let me approach that in a minute. So what will happen for Crane? No, I'm going to do Crane's last. So Ava and Nancy, since you both had mild successes, you're going to walk through, as you guys are all walking through this mist, it seems heavier and heavier. I would like you guys to take a vague memories 2 status. That is a reduced status because of the mild success. So, what will happen at this point is going to be, as you continue to progress forward, the mist is trying to work against you. Because Crane didn't succeed, he's going to have to take a different status. And Sana did succeed, so it's not going to be as severe for the 3 of you guys being the ones that are supposed to be kind of like the protectors on this front. But vague memories will continue to build if you continue to fail the face danger on this. So just keep that in mind. It is very, very dangerous area. So with that said, it's almost as if like there is a blurriness to the memories as you continue moving forward. Like now you start to you forget a little bit about the paths that you took to get here, and it's like it's a slow rollback essentially until about probably when you stepped out of the vehicle at this point with this tier 2 status. So you still remember why you're here, and you still remember the purpose and all that, but you don't really, like, it's one of those moments where you just are standing where you are and you don't even remember how you got there kind of things. That's where you guys are at right now with that memory. So with that said, Crane, since you did take a full fail on this one, what I'm going to say is you start to feel almost lightheaded, and I think you would probably pause for a moment, since that I'm guessing doesn't happen very often with Crane, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like maybe as you know, Sana and Jesse are holding your hand as you guys are moving forward, and like you pause and you kind of like it like kind of jerks them back, and there is a pause. I think Jesse would look at you in concern as you kind of stop, and you can go ahead and take the vague memories 3 right now.
Okay.
Crane, are you okay?
Did you feel that?
Feel what?
Right?
No.
Just feel this place is weird.
Yeah, it's we knew that, right? We knew it was gonna be weird. Okay, activate
okay,
the thing.
right?
But not how.
Are you guys doing your whole boobadoo protector shit?
I mean,
I don't really
I thought we
know.
were supposed to hold hands. I don't know how this thing works.
I don't know how it works either.
It's just
Oh,
kind
well,
of
Right.
Shit! Maybe we should have practiced that before we came all the way down here. Fuck!
Can't turn back now. Let's just go. Do any of you see anything?
just looks like a lot of fog.
Well, just Crane, are you okay? Like, can you keep going, or is that?
Yeah, it's just a dizzy spell.
Do you need it like a granola bar or something?
What, like his blood sugar is low?
Yeah, maybe. Does anybody have a granola bar?
Do you even have blood sugar? Like, how does it even work now that you're, with him?
I mean, it's still like a working body. We're not dead. Well, we're not dead.
Great that you hesitated there for a second. That's reassuring.
Mine is a little bit of a different circumstance considering all the things with the body jumping, but like in general, we're currently not dead. Do we see it? Didn't we see a door? Or didn't you?
Yes.
We haven't
It's
gone
definitely
over.
this way. It's definitely
Yeah.
this way. Like, I remember exactly which way to go. It's up this way. I just want to make sure we're okay to move forward. If you guys don't know
Let's
how to
just keep
activate your
going.
Power Rangers bullshit, then I'm a little bit concerned.
It'll
I'm
happen.
sure when the time
sorry.
comes, we'll know
Exactly.
what to do.
At the
It'll
time.
be fine. Yeah, it's totally
All right.
okay.
This is why I work alone.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
I mean, if it's
starting
a
to see
door,
that.
we
I'm starting to
transform
agree with you,
now. I'm
Nancy.
not going to be able to fit through the door. Let's get onto the other side of the door and then transform.
Okay,
All right,
just-
all right.
Why don't we? Maybe it's a garage door. Just go ahead and check it out. Okay.
Let's go.
It's right there. It's right up these twisty stairs, and then it'll be right on the right. You go
Okay,
first, Grain.
great. Yeah, okay.
Train
We're
lead
going.
forward.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
All right, cool. We continue forward. The mist continues to feel heavier and heavier as you continue down the paths up the spiral staircase and into another kind of level of the street until you get to what you think is the door where you need to be. One more face danger for me from everybody except for
With the
Gibbs.
negatives now.
Yes.
Same
Wow,
mental
this
one.
This is gonna be some
Yep.
bullshit.
Yep.
That's all I'm gonna say. Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Remember, you can burn power tags, but they're permanently
That's-
burned.
That's an 11 for me. Without burning any permanent power
Okay.
tags.
Wait, didn't you get a -2
Yep.
from
Me?
vague memories? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you have
Oh.
a -2.
Do I have that
Yeah.
as well?
Oh,
You've got
have
-3.
three.
Oh,
So what I
okay,
can
fine
say-
then.
If you guys want to burn power tag that's relevant to this, you just can't use it again, but you can auto succeed essentially. So disregarding all the negatives and stuff like that.
So I use the power tag, all I've got, and I feel like even though now is like a strained time in this group relationship,
Mhm.
even though I literally just said like this is why I work alone, I feel like Nancy's kind of gotten used to like having people around and like kind of relying on them. So if I burn that tag, can I have the auto success?
Yeah, I mean you can burn a tag that's
Well, you said
relevant to the
it had
mental.
to be relevant. So
Right, yeah. So if it's relevant, then yeah, you can burn it. You just won't be able to invoke it again.
Yep.
It's just burn until it's recovered. So I will give you guys that option if you still want it. If not, then that's fine too. We can.
Is an 8 a success or is that mild?
You
a
would get a
seven.
status.
7 to 9 is a mild success.
I'll
So
stick
you'll
with
still
what I
take a
have.
status at a reduced tier.
Okay.
So are we sticking with our rule?
I'll stick with this.
If I burn it, then I just would get it back. Like if there was another episode, you just in the rest, right?
You would do it. Yeah, you would get it back during a montage.
I just don't use it for
where
the rest
you
of the episode.
recover.
Okay, I'll
Correct.
burn Iron Will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So that's an auto success. So I think there would be like an initial hesitation as you power through the effects. I think at that point in time, because you are also burning it, you realize just how powerful the aura is here for those things. It's an overwhelming force that is like trying to seep into like your pores. It is desperately trying to make you forget things. So that's kind of the frame of mind that you're getting into as you're realizing what you're stepping into and how dangerous it can be. And that would probably be prevalent for a lot of people, but more so for Crane and Nancy, who just burned the power tag to like really push it away. So we will have add a 1 to anybody who had mild successes on the vague memories, and then nobody else actually failed outright, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
Yeah,
Or did
because
Sana-
Crane,
Nope. Nobody else.
Sana did well because she didn't have any negatives before. She got a full
Right,
success.
that's right. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so you're at a 2, Sana. So you can, you're at a vague memories 2, and then the added 1 to Ava for hers, and then Gibbs is immune. So what I will say is, because of the burned power tag from Crane, I think Jesse kind of powers through it this one time because Crane burned the power tag. But in the future, if either Sana or Crane fails, Jesse will start taking the status effects as well. So just keep that in mind. So anyway, we get to the store, and it looks pretty simple, actually. Overall, as you kind of approach it, Crane, actually Crane's or Sana, just either one of you want to open the door first.
Well, actually, Sana will, since Crane, we're kind of holding Crane's hands right now.
Yeah.
Sana's gonna go ahead and just try to open the door.
Okay. The door opens, and just more mist kind of like piles out of the door as you walk and step into the room that is on the other side. It is a very eerie feeling, and you kind of look around and notice that the room seems empty. But then as the mist slightly starts to move and kind of clear a bit, not like dissipate, but it shifts just enough, and you can see these figures of people standing around in a semicircle, facing inward to their room. And they all are wearing these gray-looking suits. You can't make out the details, but it definitely seems like they all look identical. Not just the suits, but the people as well. And Crane, I'm guessing you follow immediately after, since you guys are still holding hands. And Jesse follows suit as you all walk in. Do you try to do anything? Do you say anything? Or do you just continue in silence moving forward?
I think like the mist is kind of making me like be quieter. Like it's not scary per se, but it's just like putting a damper on everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's this like weird oppressive feeling. Yeah, like where it's because because you can feel it trying to get you to forget things. So it's just kind of like, what? Yeah, I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This
Okay.
thick, oppressive.
Yeah. Okay. So, at this point in time, I will give you guys a move that if you want to make, you guys can each make a move before there's a response from these people.
Do we see like where the object is we're going for at all?
You can investigate if you
I
would
think
like
that would
to
be the first step.
try to identify.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I want to get the lay of the land.
Okay.
Do I still have the negative from vague memories?
No, but you're gonna take a -2 on the roll for this particular one.
Okay,
of
so
the
it's
mist.
pretty much right.
Yeah.
All right. So investigator, obviously, get the dirt on this particular locale. Nosy as hell, because I fucking am. I'm a snoop.
Mhm.
Independent, because I'm kind of looking for like, if everything goes south, what's my way out when I'm like looking around the space as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I think +4, -2, so +2.
Okay.
Fucks.
Okay.
Gets a fail.
All right. Take
so excited.
take a status mysterious 2. This room is obviously obstructing.
Yeah, got it.
What you're looking for. All right. Anybody else? Any moves?
Yes, I would like to do open book and investigate. So when you investigate with power tags from this theme, it's dynamite. So does that mean that unless I roll like a fail, it'll be good?
Yeah.
Okay. So I will do prophetic, obviously, open book, and voices of the dead. And I want to know, hopefully, what we're walking into and what we find. 9.
Okay. But that's -2, so it is a no-go.
But isn't it dynamite?
Okay.
Sorry,
Yes.
Okay.
Right, because the issue is that in this area, it's always everything's at a -2. So I can give you one answer, but I won't be able to give you 3.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to
Sure.
ask that.
Yes. Where is the quill? I guess is what I'll ask. Or can
It's
I
at the
bank
very
it?
center. Oh, you can also do
Oh.
that.
No, well, it's too late. You already told me, so we'll go with that. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, it's in the very center of the room. Yeah, it's there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's right in the middle. Not that that's not something we could figure out when we open the door, but I tried.
No, we're already in. We opened the door.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess now's the time. And Crane
I was
will
gonna
like to look
say-
to his left and his right.
Now,
Is talking
I'm
making
gonna-
them like, are they looking at us at all? Are they turning around? Are they noticing us?
They will, but I'm still giving you guys an opportunity
Right,
for a
okay.
move. Yeah, so if Gibbs or Crane or Sana wants to do anything, they can.
Gonna prepare to transform.
Yeah.
What? This is so cool. I've been waiting episodes and episodes for this.
What's happening?
Okay. Gibbs? aka Oracle?
I think she's keeping her cards close to her chest right now. She's
Okay.
She's staying close to Nancy, and she will, I guess, draw the mists around her somewhat in order to go a little bit unseen. So she's I like to think of she's in the corner of everyone's eyes. She's in the peripheral of everyone's vision, but she's not exactly there at this point. She's biding her time.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Be watching.
So, with that said, I will give you guys an opportunity. Do you want to use the full mass of your capability as Cerberus right now, or are you going to try to use the theme card like abilities to do something?
I kind of want to hold off on using the full ability just yet. At least that's how I feel, Crane. I don't know if you are in agreement.
I feel like this is the room, right? Like if it's in the middle there, and there's the guys. I'm feeling like Crane's side of things would be pulling towards, well, time to be the Guardians, and just do it. Like we don't really know what's going to happen. He knows that he sort of half transformed when he was on his own, and now with the three of them, he's kind of just like, well, it's either this or death now. So, and forgetting everything. So. Especially with the lightheadedness and everything, the mist getting heavier and heavier, he's probably thinking like unleash hell.
Let's just go for it. Okay. Yeah. If Sana sees Crane like pretty much like we're all in, then she'll be like, all right, let's do this.
Okay. So as you guys are gearing up for this, I mean Jesse's on the same page with Crane, so there's no issue from that perspective. What we want to do is, for this particular thing, because you guys have never done it before, you both will roll a stop holding back. Here's the kicker. If you want to do this as Cerberus, I believe, and you guys can argue it against me, but I believe this is an ultimate stop holding back.
Is this, so this is different to when Crane previously used Cerberus powers to transform into like half wolf?
Right. How many logos do each of you guys have left?
Let's see.
It's a good question.
I think I have 3 because I think I had to. Okay. I'm not sure. We didn't fully go through what happened when I did the previous one.
Wait, did you not lose one? I thought you lost one. Did you? You didn't lose a logos last time? Am I remembering that incorrectly?
When you lose a logos, do you replace it with a mythos? Because I don't think any of us have. I can't remember.
Yeah, I just have 1.
Okay.
You lose it when you do all 3 cracks, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I
thought for some reason that Green lost the logos.
I think Wolfie just logged back in, so he might have missed a question if he disconnected.
Oh, he lost connection. Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
I think Gibbs had only lost one because I played with him the previous season, so he'd had an extra 16 episodes.
Yeah, like I'm 1 away from losing 1, so I feel like...
Yeah. We'll just wait for Morph to get back.
It's fine. We'll wait. We will.
I mean, it's kind of important.
This isn't intense or anything.
You know, we need all 3 heads of the Cerberus.
Yeah.
Mic check. Hello.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Sorry, I had to refresh again. It wasn't coming up.
It's okay.
Hi.
That's all right.
What a time.
So I thought you lost logos.
I assume so. Yeah.
That?
I haven't. I didn't replace it, but I haven't been using the murdered mentor defining event since that day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So so you've got 2 logos instead of the 3. It's important because that's what you guys are rolling with. And then Sana has 3 logos. Jesse doesn't count right now in this particular roll. So what will happen is you guys are both going to roll. Again, you can argue against it. I believe it's an ultimate stop holding back, which is the highest tier of stop holding back that you can do.
Yep.
So what are the consequences of failure or like partial failure?
Okay, so on an ultimate, from a 7 to 9, if you roll a 7 or 9, 7, 8, or 9, you are either killed, destroyed, or transformed forever.
Oh, cool.
you take a tier 6 status, and you cannot face danger. So if you're not killed, but you are instead transformed forever, then you can no longer face danger. On a 10 or more, you replace one of your themes. So you would lose a logos and like literally instantaneously lose a logos and replace it. On a 6 or less, you pay the price of the 7 to 9 and also lose control over your powers if you were not destroyed in the process. And then I decide what happens.
I mean, that sounds fine. That sounds like no big deal.
Night,
Damn. Okay.
Okay.
Roll the dice.
So each of you guys needs to succeed for this to take form properly, for you both to maintain
Totally gonna
control
regret not
over.
replacing my my card.
So we-
I'm clenching.
Mike,
So
for the
we
raid.
roll
Do you want to
So you
explain
roll the
that?
2d6 plus your logos. So in your case, you would roll +3, and in Morph's case, you would roll a +2.
Okay.
Oh wow, okay, we
Doing
don't
it.
even add up the things.
No, it's just
Okay.
straight logos. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Definitely
All
gonna
right.
fail then.
I'm rolling.
Stop saying
we
it
go.
like that.
This
All right,
is
let's do it.
fine.
1, 2.
Oh.
Oh no.
Good night.
I mean, they're changed forever. It's fine.
Oh,
They're now
boy.
conjoined twins.
For those of you in the audience, Sana rolled a 9, Crane rolled an 8, so they both failed. Well, mild success. They're paying the price for this ultimate. So,
Bios.
here's what's going to happen. You will transform. At this point, because you both had under a 10, Jessie will also take the price of this transformation. So she will also be consumed by the transformation. Obviously, killing you guys in this particular case doesn't make sense, but you are permanently now Cerberus, as in you no longer have full control. You cannot reverse your transformation at this given point in time. So what I will allow you to
so
do...
fucking smug right now, Azari. Like, that looks so smug.
God.
So, I will happily allow you guys to narrate anything like final moments or thoughts as you guys are consumed. I think that the effect that you guys will have, and you guys can add to this from a narrative perspective, is, you're holding hands, and Jessie, she looks up to Crane and she looks over to Sana and she smiles, but there's a sadness in that smile for her as the side of her becomes, I think, this like the hellfire that you guys have seen before, and her body like goes up in a blaze of hellfire, and I think simultaneously Sana, as it kind of collates to the center where Crane is, and out of the hellfire there's this enormous beast that steps forward. One massive claw just like thumps down on the ground, and you can hear the deep growl and like the saliva pooling out of the mouth, and the breath coming from the snout, and these eyes of hell blue fire. And it's Cerberus. It's what you guys have heard about in lore. It is the 3-headed dog, the guardian to the gates of hell. And if you guys want to add anything, like final thoughts of Sana and Crane as you realize you do not have full control over the transformation.
I think Sana will look at the two of them, and then as she realizes what's about to happen, she looks at the group one last time. She looks at Ori, Nancy, Ava, and she too kind of has like a sad look in her eyes, that like this is it, and just says, "Good luck, guys," and transforms.
Is Crane still here?
Did we lose Crane again? Crane.
More.
Oh,
It's been
Time
devoured.
to
Oh,
disconnect.
What the hell?
He is the beast.
Oh, we can't hear him.
Oh no.
He can't talk because he's the doggy.
That's obviously the reason.
Mic check.
There you go.
Yep.
There you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, I keep saying that. Okay, so Crane is in that moment before the transformation, and like the look with Jesse is probably like the emotional apex of it, where he realizes that things are about to go pretty badly and in a way that he might not return from. And it's just like a sort of slow motion look away from her as she's burning up across to the rest of the group, and he just goes, I was wrong. Shit. And then he just like erupts and the transformation takes hold.
All right. Okay. At that point in time, I think it's been enough as the fire is kind of cascading away from Cerberus's form. It kind of pools around the bottom, and the steps of the pause like evaporate it, like that effect of it being pushed out and disappearing. And the individuals in the room that were first kind of unaware of you almost turn, and in unison with the exact same tone and voice, you're not supposed to be here. And at that point, we are all fully in combat, and you guys are going to need to face danger not only from the gatekeepers that are here, but also Cerberus, who is towering over everybody. So obviously Gibbs does not need to face danger because he's an avatar, but the rest of you guys, Ava and Nancy, you are basically the last two humans remaining in here. Literally the last two. So, yes, please face danger for me.
Cool. Awesome.
Mental or physical, it can be either or.
Do we have the negative for vague memories, or was that only in the hallway?
Only in the hallway. There will be other face dangers where they're going to attempt to quell your mythos and things like that. I'm just letting you know in advance. Their abilities are to stop people. So, yeah.
Yeah, then I think that my method of like facing the danger here is like trying to kind of like fade into the background or whatever. Like I don't want them to notice me enough to like Cerberus is huge, right? He's huge fucking thing. So I want to try and be like, okay,
I would like to assist
I'm gonna
her
be
in
over
doing
here. And while you're distracted with that,
if Ori has any ability to do that, she would try and cover some mist or whatever for Nancy, because she's her get out of jail free card.
so I'm
She's a fucking
using
dog. She's my
sneaky as a spider, cover my tracks. Probably like, can I say that I also am like pulling Ava back with me and use Protector as well?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Then that's +3. Are there any negatives? Do I get a plus from Cerberus being a huge fucking fiery dog? Distracting the gatekeepers?
I guess, yeah. This round, I'll give you guys a bonus for the Cerberus presence.
Sweet. So that's +4?
Yep.
Yeah, +4. Okay.
Oh, clenching.
10.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, thank goodness.
10 is
okay.
good. No stats.
Danger faced.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to use empowered, no turning back now, self-confident, and reliant, and you said
Cerberus.
we have an extra plus, right, Cerberus? So I will also have a +4.
Very large dog.
That is on our side, I hope.
Yes.
12.
Okay, good. So, with that said, the individuals, these gatekeepers, start to, en masse, like form closer to a line versus that semicircle that they were in, going past the middle of the room, almost creating like a human shield wall, right, between you and the quill. And so, as they're moving, you can see the shroud of mist being like pushed towards you, like some kind of a field. And that's what you guys were facing danger against, is being shrouded by it. So from that perspective, that's where things are on hold for. Cerberus is actually unaffected in this particular case. You guys won't have to face danger against the gatekeeper's shrouding effects. I will make you guys roll for other effects and things like that, but because you are the guardians of hell, your memories are essentially, everything is linked back to Anatoly, who is, for all intents and purposes, undead, so he's unaffected by shrouding and anything that can manipulate memories, because it's not in the same light. So with that said, right now there is a wall of these gatekeepers between you guys and the quill. Sana, Crane, you guys will not have full faculty and understanding of who your allies are and who your enemies are. I will grant you, for the time being, the ability to remember that you need to get to the center of the room. But as far as physical retrieval of the quill itself, that will be determined later by a roll if you get to the center. So let's go ahead and do something. You guys can collaborate. Like, do you want to attack the gatekeepers? Do you want to try to move past them? What do you want to do?
You all have to come to a consensus before you can.
For all of us, or as Cerberus?
As Cerberus.
I was gonna say, one head goes one way, one the I guess we all have those.
Yeah, right.
I mean, I feel like the intention would carry over, perhaps, if you guys agree, from the transformation of, like, we were transforming in a way that, like, we wanted to get the others to the quill. So, and I imagine once we lose control, like, we've just turned into this monster, basically, that the dog would just kind of clamber forwards and probably attack these people that we would definitely assume are protecting it, and that we need to deal with them so that the others can save the day. I would suggest.
I would just say we would like charge forward towards it and attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the general attacks, we don't have to make power tags for this, but because you guys are basically, you're not quite avatars, but you're basically avatars. It's just one collated incident, essentially. You guys can attack through the claw thing or the biting. You guys got 3 heads, so there's a lot of potential for biting. And so there's that bit there. Just a reminder, you still have poisonous touch, and since you don't have control over that particular ability, anything you touch gets poisoned. So just keep that in mind.
I would probably say, like, going forward, just take a swipe. Take a swipe.
I mean, you guys are
this.
3 individual heads, right? So one of you could be claw swiping, and another could be biting. I mean, it's.
I think I would take a swipe.
Okay.
Going for a chomp.
So we'll chomp and swipe.
Like
Got it. Yeah. So we will add a +1 to each of your rolls because Jessie is still in play here. She'll just piggyback off of your individual rolls. Sana, you can roll for yours with you're chomping, right? Or you're swiping. Sorry. Swiping. Poisonous touch for yours, so another plus. obviously with Jesse is a second, and then Guardian of Hell, Ravenous. I think the weakness applies here for Hellish Avarice since you guys have lost control.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at your other stuff right now real quick. Yeah, so it could be a +3.
Yeah. Let's do it.
And this is a hit with all you've got.
Okay.
Okay, 11. Good.
11.
So, on a 10 or more for a hit with all you've got, you can choose 2 of the following. You can secure a superior position or take cover. If you don't, then the gatekeepers can actually impose a tier status at some point in time. You can get them good or get many of them. Since you have a power of 3 here, you can get 3 of them essentially if you wanted to just choose the one option. You can control the collateral damage, which is that you don't hit the allies that you're not aware of, but you can control the collateral damage. You can try to hold their attention, or you can gain the upper hand and then keep a juice for yourself to use at a later time. You can do 2 of those things, or you can do 1 and pump all of the power into that.
I liked the idea of getting 3 of them.
Okay.
Since there seems to be a row of them, I would just literally just take my claw and just swipe them away if I can.
Definitely. Absolutely. Yeah, so as you kind of go into this movement, your claw is so enormous that it just like picks them up, and the poison that's associated with that, you can see it's almost like a blue, like it's not a flame, but it's like a blue dripping like goo almost as it sizzles against the floor. And is now on top, like on the gatekeepers as well, the 3 that you swiped over. And they don't scream out in pain. There's no like physical response, it feels like, but they're definitely out of commission in this particular case. So, moving on to the chomping bit with Crane. Yours will be a +1 for Jesse, a Ravenous. No poisonous touch in this case, but Guardian of Hell is applicable. So you can do a +3 if you would like.
Okay. Any -1 for the Avarice?
Probably. If you
So
think
a
that's
2?
appropriate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, an 8. So hit with all you got on an 8, 7, and 9. So you can choose the one option out of the grouping of things that I just listed. Since you are rolling with 2, you could get 2 of them in the process.
Yeah,
Or you
I would say
can
that would be
do
the way it would go. Yeah, just everything is
Okay.
on those 2, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, so you like just open your mouth and just like chomp probably, I don't know, like in half or something. Just straight clean through.
Yeah, like I feel like it follows on from the swipe, like
Yeah.
that being like where they were holding hands, the right side swiping, and then the head just like follows up and just like chomps down into
Yeah.
a grouping of them.
Yeah. And the last half of the body just topples out of your mouth onto the ground. And with since you guys both had decent successes, I think Jessie would also probably use her side of the body to essentially body block the rest of the group, and she would go after. And I would say she'll take 1 out with hers to keep it balanced. So yeah, there's enormous Cerberus.
The tail. She does the tail whack.
You thought you were the head, but you're the butt. So you're a butt. Yeah, so
Well
from
done.
that perspective, that's Cerberus's action. Obviously, it happens in a matter of seconds, but that leaves Gibbs, Nancy, and Ava.
I am trying to get Nancy as quickly as possible to the center of the room,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to
Okay.
use my sort of mist power to safely get her there. Is my plan, and Yeah, no hard feelings, but Tituba can get eaten by a three-headed dog as far as Ori's concerned right now. All she needs is Nancy. Quickly, placenta in the room.
All right.
Okay.
It's the world.
Hey, this is
Saving the world.
Ori. This isn't cute. She's a nice guy.
It's Ava's acting.
I would actually like to. So, I play Ava as more of support. I would like to be able to see the clearest path to the center for them, and basically give it to them, channel to them, so that they can see like what's going to happen, and they can like dodge and move, and they can get to the center as quickly as possible. Even if that puts me potentially in the line of fire, I would like to do that. So I think that's a change the game.
Yes.
I think. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And that's just a flat roll. I don't use anything for that, right?
For change the game, if you have powers applicable, you can. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do. Okay. So we'll use the voices of the dead. We'll use prophetic, and we'll use telepathy, and then I will also use. I'm gonna just use them all if I can. Self-reliant and empowered. So that's 5.
Okay.
No dying, guys. No dying. Oh, thank God I used all 5.
Yeah. Wow.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So you'll get your juice equal to power, so that 5 juice.
Okay.
You can create a story tag.
Okay.
If you would like, for each of them, Nancy and Gibbs, if you'd like.
Okay.
You can also give or reduce a status if you would like.
Okay, so their current so I have 5, right? Yes, okay. I'm going to give you both a power tag. A story tag, and it's going to be prophetic, because right now you have the ability to kind of like see what's coming. And then so that's 2 juice, and then I'd like to use 2 more juice to give you a status. Let's do. Trying to think of a good support status. Agile, nimble, super reflexive.
Okay.
I'll give you that one, and then for the last juice, I'm gonna give myself a story tag. I will also give the nimble story tag to myself.
Okay.
Or I guess that's a status, so I'll give that status to myself.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Okay. So nimble. Okay.
It's a big 3-headed scary dog.
Is there anything that happens when Tituba does this? Like, is there any effects that are present?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, because originally what happens when Tituba comes out or is unleashed, it's like her eyes go white and she kind of stands there. But this time it's not like that at all. This time I just reach my hand out, my eyes go white, and it's like I'm seeing everything happen, and I'm sending it right to you guys. And so you can see it. It's not going to immobilize you, but it's just like my voice, and you see what's happening, and you can hear me say go left or go right, and it's just a very calming voice telling you where to go to kind of dodge and get into the middle.
Okay. All right. So, since Gibbs can auto-burn everything and automatically recover,
wow, I need to be an avatar. What?
yeah. Do you, like, you're given this information as you're moving forward into the center. Is there anything specific that happens or visually present or anything like that as you're moving yourself and Nancy?
I think she grabs her in her sort of crone-like arms, and there is just sort of a grey mist which coalesces around the two of them, and she starts moving, and it's not really clear whether or not she's running or not because the mist obscures so much of her body. But one way or another, it looks from the outside like Nancy is a bit of a ghost and is being propelled forwards towards the center of the room. And because she can see in short term what's coming, she has a easier time of evading where a gatekeeper might launch an attack. So she knows the fastest route to take. And will just be coalescing mists around the two of them to obscure them and taking the fastest path to get her there. And whispering in her ear through gritted teeth, "As soon as we're there, I'll give you back Gibbs. Just do what I tell you."
It's creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
We've made a huge mistake.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. Yeah, so that's what Ori is doing right now to make sure Nancy gets to her destination.
Okay. So I guess, like, are those two enough to, like, get us there?
Yes, it should be enough to get you to the middle.
What do I, like, see in front of me? Is it, like, just sitting on a stand? Is it just, like, a feather? Is it, like, in a container, or?
So it is the very stereotypical floating feather in the middle of the room.
Just in a beam of light?
Hanging out, yeah, pretty much.
Nice. Cool.
Couldn't get more cliche than this. You're
Perfect.
not sure if it's a joke or if it's just the way that things actually are. It's just very cliche.
It's like an MLA drop.
I guess, like, because of... I feel like I reach out for it, but with, like, the weird, like, prophetic stuff, I'm kind of, like, thinking about reaching out for it, like, right before I do, to see if, like, I see, like, something thwarting me when I do that. And then, like, if I don't, like, get, like, a loud Ava voice in my head saying, like, no, don't do that thing, then, like, I'll just, like,
I think
grab at
Ori...
it.
So Ori suspects that if someone who's not in avatar form takes it, it could be very bad news for that person. So I think...
Well, taking it or using it? Is it just touching it?
Well, yeah, it's unclear. I guess it's unclear even to her exactly what the difference between those two things are. Whether or not touching it equates to using it, which may very well be the case, seeing as they kept it locked up so much. So I think Ori will try and snatch away her hand. Careful, remember, someone in human form could be dangerous for you. I should take it. And then you will take me to the desired location.
Can I, like, just, like, take off my suit jacket and, like, throw it over the feather and then, like, gather it up? And it's like, no one can touch
Indiana
it.
Jones.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to do that to your jacket, please feel free. Yes.
I mean, like, it's not my hand, right?
True.
I just don't think that she like trusts Ori enough to, like, give her this all-powerful thing in the middle of a room with a giant three-headed dog, and, like, there's too much going on for her to, like, hand off that situation right now.
Yeah.
Well,
So yeah, I think like, you slap her hand away, and she's just like, fine, and she just, like, shrugs off her jacket real quick and just, like, grabs it out of the air. There's probably, like, a singeing on the inside.
Yeah. So the jacket disintegrates. So
Good.
I'm not even letting you roll for that. Yep. That straight up just disintegrates.
Think again. And Ori reaches out for the quill.
I would very much like to see this. You're gonna go toe to toe with this, Gibbs. So please tell me what abilities you're going to use against the magics.
All right. So, I could use all my power attacks without burning them, correct?
Yeah, you can
Or I
burn
burn them
use
and
to
make
burn
them.
power
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, piece of the puzzle. See memories. I think maybe all of these actually fit here. Hear cries of distress. I'm seeing forward to seeing if I'm about to have a cry of distress myself. My sense danger, my protective shield. I think that's it. Moves to 5.
Okay, you don't have to roll. Yeah, that's 5. Okay. So, going toe to toe with 5. So the way that the easiest way to describe this, you're basically going toe to toe with another avatar. So essentially, what happens it's like a fight for the control over yourself. So with 5, even though you're burning it, you're going up against itself, right? Like burning its own power tags, essentially. So what I will say is, with this particular situation, it's going to be a very in your oracle sense, where you're fighting to grab it. It's an energy that's pushing you away. Here is what you experience, and then you can make the decision to take the final grasp.
Right.
As you start reaching closer to it, and the light is starting to envelope more of your arm as you're doing this, you see visions of the world that currently exists, and you see yourself in the middle of your kind of universe cluster, essentially, like out in the space that you're from. And you see nothing but an empty void. Like the stars are gone, there's no more, there's no Milky Way type stuff, there's nothing, it's just empty void. But you recognize it as the place that you normally reside. And as you kind of reach for it, you're given an opportunity, if you would like, to stop. You can. However, if you don't, something alternative will happen, where you will be essentially fighting against, we'll say, time, to make the changes that you have previously promised.
Promises. I'm not sure Ori has any intention of fulfilling any of the promises she made to these people that she could care less for. I think it makes sense for me, for Ori though, because she's not 100% in control, because Gibbs is still in her. They are sort of mirrored. And Gibbs is definitely the force of, we need to maintain our, I guess, honor our promises, and he would definitely want to set things right, and she would definitely not care. I think there's enough of a moment of hesitation from within her soul, spirit, whatever it is that conjoins the two of them, that stops her from grabbing it. And that's sort of everything Gibbs can do to stop his friends from eternal doom, as he would see it.
Right.
Whether or not that would sort of kill him. So I think she goes to grab it with a greedy, hungry look in her eyes, and she is stopped just before she can fully grasp it. And she's, sweating and probably close to like convulsing. And there's a real sort of battle of wills happening between the two of them.
Okay. Would you like to end your avatarhood, or are you maintaining it for the time being?
Well, her goal is to make sure that the quill is no longer in the hands of anyone else. And so if she stops performing her goal, she's no longer in an avatar form.
Correct.
So I think she reverts at that point. And she can't go through with it because it's far too selfish an act for Gibbs to allow.
Okay. So what will happen is, you can describe how you revert. For purposes of game mechanics, when you remove yourself from avatarhood, you go to a single theme. So if you want to, while this is all happening, if you want to make like a single power tag and a single weakness tag related to why Gibbs reverted, so something probably around Nancy specifically, maybe a defining relationship or something like that would be your new logos, right? And you've like rejected the mythos part of yourself. So that's what will happen from a mechanics perspective. Right. So with that said, we'll pause there as you're fighting this battle internally, this struggle, and go back over to Sana and Crane, who are lost in the, form of Cerberus, essentially. The gatekeepers are trying desperately to shroud you, but it seems to have no effect. It's almost as if the shroud is fighting against the hellfire that you guys kind of emerged from. So it has no effect, and visually that's kind of what happens as they try to encircle you. However, they're physically still able to get past. It's just that they can't use the shroud against you. So right now you are surrounded. So you'll be at disadvantage because you can't reach behind you as well as address the front and sides. So what would you guys like to do at this point in time? Are you going to try to just move past them to the center, or are you going to try to get rid of the gatekeepers?
So are they focusing on us and not making any attempts to protect the quill from what's happening in the middle of the room?
There are a few that peeled off to go to the quill.
What you thinking?
I would want to make them my target if possible, but I know that there's going to be others in the way trying to fight them off. So I would say I at least my head would try to at least fight through the gatekeepers and continue to push towards the quill and fight off those gatekeepers and like just head in that direction, I guess. Okay. But if that costs me, fighting some more, I will do that.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like that's where the Crane side of things would be pushing through whatever's in the way and getting to the center of the room, and it almost like the dog's skidding around and like then protecting that central area, basically.
Okay, let's do 2 hit with all you've got.
Okay.
So it'd probably just be...
It should be the same. Well, it depends if you're comping versus swiping, kind of, right?
So I did 1 swipe, and I think I would like lay out a big roar, and this time I'll go in for a bite.
Okay. Yeah, so then that's a plus 3, 2, because no poisonous touch on this one.
Okay. Yeah.
We have Ravenous and Guardian to Hell. Okay. Minus, I think it's still -1 though for the Hellish Avarice.
Okay,
so
I'll just do the 1.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on, let me try that again.
Okay, good roll.
11.
What about Crane?
My rolls tonight.
Crane's gonna like try and move through basically, so almost like using his head like a sort of bowl charge through whatever guardians are in front of him, and like sort of, so I guess it's like a half chomp again. Maybe we can like throw somebody up on our nose and then eat them as they come down as we move through to the middle.
Heck yeah.
So I'll throw Poison Touch in there for that because he's kind of using his head and his body, and the Ravenous and the Guardian to Hell, and then there's the -1, so a +2.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, fantastic. Those are good rolls. I'll let you guys kind of do whatever. You can control collateral damage if you want. You can get them good or get many of them. if you want to really take them out entirely, getting them good is a good option. So those are kind of, it's, you guys can do a lot with
get
that.
them good.
Okay.
That's what I want to do.
Okay. What about Crane?
I want to hit him, but I want to like save one for moving as well. Would that be like getting a better position? Because I really want us to like attack and move in front of the quill to like protect where.
Yeah, it would be a better
perhaps
position,
about to be Gibbs and Nancy. Yeah.
Definitely.
To like start marshalling that area. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think you would guys. I mean, you're an enormous dog, so you can like get across the room pretty quickly. Okay. So yeah, I would like Ava to face danger as you guys are moving, since she is kind of right there. Nancy and Gibbs don't have to just yet because they're ahead of you. So this is a physical dodge essentially. You can use like your prophetic to predict the event happening.
And
as
then
like
I also did the nimble status. So what is this? Yeah. Okay. So.
Yes. So you would add another one for that. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I will also do Voices of the Dead as well, as if they guide me. Yeah, and Empowered. So that's 4 total, I think. Oh, please, Pete. Oh, thank goodness. Oh.
Yeah, no statuses. No statuses.
Great roll.
This whole episode has been clenching of the central.
Stress.
Oh yeah, so you see them. Yeah, if you want to narrate a successful dodge as this enormous beast starts to go corralling towards you.
Okay, so unlike me, Ava's completely calm. Well, I guess Tituba now. And her eyes are completely white. And so before she was kind of guiding the way for Ori and for Nancy to move forward. So she just kind of, as Cerberus moves and snaps its head forward, Ava just kind of moves to the side and then looks up and watches them continue to do it. It's kind of like she's watching maybe one of them swipe and one of them chomp if they had made different decisions. So she's just watching that for a second as she dodges.
Okay, very good. So, Gibbs, are you good on your defining relationship now? With your change for your theme?
That's you, Will.
Oh, sorry. Shit. Sorry.
I genuinely thought he was just feeling really emotional about it.
Yeah, I thought he was trying to decide. I thought he was like really into it.
I was actually looking at it. I was actually just staring at it for a second. But yeah, I've got my defining relationship is now my daughter. Well, do you want to know my power tags and weakness tags?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So
it's not like a rush as long as you,
Yeah, no, I got them down. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So I think like my like fictional action here is I see the fucking Oracle turn back into Gibbs and like kind of ignore the quill for just a second, and I'm like, your inner voice is a bitch. You know that, right?
So it's totally a Theoden style transformation from ugly old crone back into Gibbs's sort of general features, and then they get defined, and again he's in his sort of like he's back in his like old shaggy detective's coat that he started the season in. He's not back in his when he got that makeover from Ava halfway through the show. He's like back in his shaggy old detective coat, shaggy sort of beard, and he looks really rough. And his hand is still sort of like grasping out towards the quill, and he's trying to pull that back. Yeah, she is such a bitch. God. Okay. Yeah, we need to get this thing out of here. Now, you need to get this thing out of here.
You couldn't even
Yeah, I've got an idea. It's gonna be painful. I think I can get you there. Okay, remember the first time? This ability that I have to get things out of here, move them to a different place. It's gonna hurt a lot, but I think it's the only way to get you out of here with the quill.
But we can't even touch it anymore. She was the only...
If I touch it, then you should be able to use me as a conduit to get through. I'll take the brunt and you get it out of here.
I know what you're doing. I could literally take us anywhere. They'll never find us.
It's the only
not
way.
Not Camilla, not Hades,
It'll kill you
not...
if you grab it.
Well, then we just fucking leave it. Who the fuck cares? You're not doing some fucking noble sacrifice bullshit, alright?
This is bigger than any of us. If someone else gets a hand on this, if Anatoly gets his hand on this, and by the looks of it, he's fucking about to. Look over to the Cerberus.
What if we just let them...
So bad.
We let them eat it, and then we'll transport the dog, and it can take the brunt of whatever.
That's not
it doesn't have to be
you.
You don't have to be the one doing everything.
Listen, as far as I can tell, I'm the most disposable person here right now, and I'm willing to do it.
I slap you on the face.
Listen, let me...
Don't you dare.
Don't
you dare. Alright?
I don't see any other way.
I let you turn into an old fucking lady and creep the fuck out of everybody, and I trusted her, not really, and brought her here because I trust you.
Then trust me. This one time, for the first time ever, Nancy. Trust me.
No, because I know you, and you're gonna... You would let yourself get trampled, alright? None of this bullshit. And, like, I think I'm gonna try to forcibly, like, pull him away as I see the dog, like, coming at us.
I'm going for it.
Because, like, the dog is, like, a, like, 3-person, like, mythos thing. And, like, I don't know about his whole situation, but he's definitely weaker as Gibbs than he was as the Oracle. So, like, I'm definitely gonna try and, like, if I can get if the dog is going for it, which it definitely looks like it is, right? Is that the case?
It looks like it's going towards the center of the room, at the very least.
I think that the dog is more likely to be able to be this conduit that he's claiming to want to be than he is. So I'm just going to try and just, like, push him away from it for long enough for the other 3 of them together to, like, grab at it.
Go toe-to-toe.
He was going to try to grab it, but he's probably quite weak.
Yeah,
okay.
Go toe-to-toe. Physical over physical at this point, from what I can tell.
And I just have the one defining relationship, right?
Correct. Any of the tags that are applicable,
Mm.
I think that this is Protector. Anything for love. Does that count?
Yeah.
Okay. And can I use my story tag of Believer Russell? Okay. Because I know exactly what he's gonna do.
I want to use my power
and
tag, Protect her, and my special one of Destiny.
Yep.
Well, I still have 4 to your 2, so
I think
let's
you both still have prophetic too. Just reminding you, I gave you that one.
That's true. Yeah, we both have prophetic, right?
An agile.
Yeah.
I have agile shit. Okay, well then
they
plus
both
6.
do. You also
Yes,
have nimble as well. Yeah.
Gibbs, you do too, so you can edit.
Oh, so I'm on a 4 and she's on a 7, I think. 4.
Yeah, no, I have a
yeah,
6 and you have a 4.
I rolled a 10.
But you didn't add.
11.
You didn't add your numbers.
Yeah,
11.
Well, I still got a 13. So
yep.
No, it was a 10.
Okay.
You're plus 2, right? No, you have plus 3.
No, yeah, plus 3. Yeah, so 11.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was 4.
So that's you get in the way of him. Now please face danger as you are uncomfortably close to said beam of light.
That's That's true. I think that
He's gonna have a heart attack.
Heart attack.
probably agile and prophetic again, because like this is all like looking forward, being deft. And I think I think that's all I've got in terms of like facing danger about like this. Yeah. Thanks, Eva.
Okay.
I mean, hopefully. I don't really have a lot of physical stats. Nope. Okay. Hi. Hello, I got a 6. That's a failure. Welcome to the stream. It's 8 o'clock now, so do whatever. You have my character. Take it.
Yeah. Okay.
Jesus, I have to wait till next week.
Okay.
Well, I don't mind narrating this. Like, if this is like, okay.
I think this is the end for Nancy. So go ahead and.
So I think what happens is like she's fighting against Russell, who is trying to like bodily just like shove past her, and while he's weaker in terms of like the mechanics of the game, I think he's still like a strong guy,
right?
Because he's not in bad shape, you know. And Nancy's very slight, even though she holds herself to be taller than she is. And so I think what happens is like they're kind of wrestling a little bit as the dog's getting closer, and there's a moment where like he makes a last like jerk for it, and she has like one of her feet braced on the ground like just outside the cone of light, and when he like jerks forward to try and like get past her, her ankle, very Achilles like, slips into the beam, and from there it kind of just consumes her, like from her Achilles heel, which is the fact that like she finally let someone in, and was trying to like not allow him to do like his like weak point was that he was always sacrificing himself, and she kind of found her way into that also, and was like, no, like not this time. And I don't think that she understood when she put her back to this what exactly she was like putting behind her. It's like never put your back to the ocean, right? But like as soon as it like got her up, there's this little light of this is what you get in her eyes, like as she's like as the like the disintegration, very Thanos, is like consuming her. It's like, this is how you make everyone else feel, dick. And then like she's gone.
All right, Gibbs.
I don't know.
Does he like break down, or like what happens? He just watched his daughter disintegrate in front of him.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big. Man, I don't even understand what someone would be. I guess like it's not like a big spectacle that he makes. He doesn't scream and tear out his hair. He's just absolutely stunned, and he's completely unaware of everything that's happening around him, and there's just tears running down his face. He doesn't even realize that he's crying.
Okay.
I don't know what he does. I'm going to need a minute because I think he's just stunned right now. I don't think he can. Yeah. He's processing reality.
Okay. Yeah.
I knew that was going to happen moments before it happened. I am going to stop holding back.
Okay.
And what is your goal? What are we trying to do?
I want to become Tituba, and I'm going to pick up the quill.
Okay. You won't be able to become an avatar, but you can unleash the full force of your powers. You just need to tell me what exactly you're trying to do. So the way that the quill works is you don't get to pick it up and then contemplate on what happens. You literally have to hold everything in your mind, right? And at that moment, that is how the quill is used. It's not...
Okay.
It doesn't give you a chance. It's like literally the thing that you're thinking of, that is what happens.
That's what I'm thinking of right now anyway. Okay.
Yeah. So...
Okay. Yeah.
Let me
try it.
Yeah. What are we thinking here? Are we going full
I'm exactly
ultimate?
thinking the quill doesn't exist, and I am prophetic and using time, and I want to go back in time to before anybody ever knew anybody. And I want to reset the clock, but I want the quill to not exist.
Okay.
That's what I want.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, ultimate.
And I don't do anything except just roll here, right? I can't add anything to this?
Correct. This is a straight roll plus your logos.
And logos is just +1, right?
How many logos do you have left?
Just
versus your mythos.
Oh, I have 2 actually. Or sorry, 3. I have 3.
Plus 3.
Okay.
Not bad. Yep. On an 11, you will take one of your themes and replace it all together.
Okay.
So that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to pause there for a second.
Switch. Okay. Yep.
Yep. Crane, Sana, and Jesse. You've progressed to the center of the arena. So, with that said, what we're going to do, since Ava succeeded on an ultimate, and her goal is to rewind time, essentially, what I'm going to ask for in return for you doing this is either, because you're replacing a theme, right? So are you expending all of the power that you have as Tituba?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So you're going to lose your mythos and you're going to become a sleeper in return for this. So,
wow.
As we kind of approach, Cerberus is barreling towards the center and you're racing against it to get to this quill. And what does it look like as you fully unleash Tituba in this instant?
Oh, the sky darkens. Tituba comes full force. It's like this kind of green mist comes from her and she just flies. Like she just lifts up, levitates, and flies straight towards this quill. And in fact, probably as Cerberus is approaching in, she just reaches her hand out, tilts it, and the quill comes straight to her. And then she uses it and rewinds time, I guess. Yeah. Sets it back.
Okay. Okay. So, as the quill manages into your hand, the reversal of time, is it more like a rewinding of a movie, or is it as everything just dissipates and stops existing?
I think it's a slow dissipate as everything stops existing, because it's like a couple of things happen. The quill never existed, basically. I'm writing the quill out. The quill never existed, so therefore we were never hired, therefore we never met each other. And yeah.
Okay.
We don't know each other exists. Nancy doesn't know her dad is Gibbs, but we're all alive, so
okay.
That's what I'm doing.
So we go back to the day where some of you received interviews. And what I think I would do for Ava is everybody gets the conscious feeling that they shouldn't go to this job interview. And whether it be, a conscious effort on your part, but the moment you see the message, you realize that that's not the path for you. Whether it be a fear maybe on some people's parts, or a general dislike, or maybe you've heard of Camilla or this organization, not Camilla specifically, since she was never identified originally. But these types of kind of inner conscious feelings make their way to light. I think that something else that would be prevalent is the moments where Gibbs, because he was so lost before he took the job, and he was wandering. He was never given the actual job directly, but he wandered into it. And I think as he approaches the door, there's something that just pulls him back. And I think at this point, Gibbs is directed back to his own family, even though it's not, they're divorced, yes, but something pushes him back to go and maybe reconcile, or at least have a conversation. Nancy, I think you guys obviously can add your own stuff here, but maybe there is a feeling of there's other ways, there's more that I can do, and maybe her feelings with her brother, they're still strong. Maybe there's something else there. I mean, I'll let you guys kind of go with that, and if you each want to kind of narrate a little bit about what your lives are moving into.
I think for Nancy specifically, it's just like a visual. Like if we're just taking the very cinematic aspect of it, there's this like fade to black of the universe being rewritten, and then we wake up like back at the beginning of the movie, where maybe there was like a short clip of like everybody like accepting the interview. And for Nancy, she's like sitting at an old desk, one of those old like metal like police department desks that's shoved into this like trailer, and she's looking like scrolling through like emails and stops on this one, and right as she's about to like click it, her brother like races past her and like does this like shoulder grab thing, and then like tries to lock her in like a headlock, like playing. And so instead of like clicking the email, she instead is distracted by this defining relationship that she has, and doesn't go back to it.
Who's next?
Yeah, for Gibbs, he was drawn there by a feeling, and the feeling was his weakness when the Oracle was with him, which was a feeling of existential dread. And the feeling was that he had done something, or was going to do something, which would result in the pain of someone that he loved. And he had thought that it was his wife or his children that he knew that he was going to hurt. And so he followed that feeling, and that's why he went to the warehouse at the beginning. But with that feeling having gone, as of course it was Nancy who he was going to fail in the end, he returns home, and I like to think that he would try to reconcile things and become the man that he had always tried and wanted to be. But I think that there is still a part of him which is missing. and it may be a part that he'll never find now. But that's how it goes.
Yeah. All right. What about Sana? So Sana received this invitation in a way that she was told that she'd be able to find more information about Francis Thornbottom and a way to take care of him, essentially. And as she's kind of contemplating taking this job, this is something that she would do anyway, was she thinks about her husband, and very much like what she did a few episodes back when I was exploring my mythos, she would kind of go through some of her old stuff from her husband and would come across something that she has not seen before in one of her decks of cards, which this was what I had noticed during our time together, but I had not seen it. And it's a note from him that she never saw. And essentially, the note describes some of the issues that he had with his money, and how essentially what the note explains is that it's not her fault that he died. It was his own debts, because she blamed herself and the debts that she had. That there was actually more to it than what she realized, that she doesn't actually, it was him that owed the money and not her. And so she realizes that she doesn't need to take a job like this to do that, to get back at Thornbottom. She doesn't need to get revenge. And she continues, she rejects it and realizes that she needs to make the money on her own, make back the money that she owed, and will continue to work, continue to do her night gigs, go to the jazz clubs, and not worry about Thornbottom anymore. All right. Crane. You don't have to go the redemption path. I'm just going to point that out.
Yeah. Wow, this is really rough. Crane is in the gym of his dead mentor, which is still like has police tape and stuff up. Like, it hasn't basically been touched since that night. He kind of dedicated himself since then to trying to avenge. And he is just standing there silent for a long time, and that sort of feeling that other people are getting of something coming through what they'd been through, helping them push past something. He removes his mask and he leaves it in the ring, and he exits the ring and pulls down some police tape as he leaves and kind of leaves it behind. And he goes to the diner, and he sits in the booth, and the waitress that he organized to save earlier on in the series comes over and recognizes it as him with his red eyes, but that the mask is removed, and brings him a plate of pancakes. And he looks up and he smiles, and they smile at each other, but there is still like a loss within his eyes. Like, he lost his mentor and he didn't get revenge, and he's moving on from that. And I think there's still a part in there as well where he's lost a kindred spirit in Jesse. But yeah, that's where it ends for him.
Okay. The final thing that we'll see would be Anatoly sitting behind his desk, planning something unknown as Jesse sits by his side. And they look at each other, and Thornbottom walks into the room as Jesse and Thornbottom shake hands, and you see the two Cerberus tattoos. Anatoly says, "We still need to find our third." And that's where we will conclude the King's Hustle for this series.
Bravo, everybody.
Oh my god.
Damn, dudes.
Wow,
Poor
Eva's
epilogue,
just a
you're so
normie
good.
now.
Oh my gosh.
That was so intense because
That
at the
ending.
time I was like, I don't want to do that. Like PB doesn't want to
Yeah.
do this, but Ava gave that whole like it's the end of the world. Like we have to do whatever it takes.
Yeah.
I just think she would have done that, and I just imagine her living this normal life as the CEO, and it's like super empty, and
Yeah.
she
I was
never
going to
finds
ask. I'm
anything
sorry. I totally
exciting.
meant to ask. What is
No,
Ava
it's
doing?
okay.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's not a happy ending. I don't think. I think because she's like a alcoholic and always
Yeah.
looking for something to spark her life, and this was it. So without it, I think she just continues being a CEO of her company and striving and getting more money, and it's never enough, and it never makes her feel happy, and that's just it. But little does she know, they saved the world once upon a time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh man. Will looks so beat up right now.
I know, like, how many times have you been through here?
So sad.
Yeah.
Oh, it started off so hopeful, but now it's like
City of Mist.
I
I
know.
mean, think about all the lives that were
Yeah.
actually saved.
Yeah, like the whole world. So hopefully that was good.
No, it was
Really?
great.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
I
I mean,
wonder what
like-
would have happened if we
Yeah.
decided to give the quill off to somebody else. Like what?
I
I
wonder
already
how we
had
would
that
even
ending.
do that, honestly. Like, if we
Yeah.
can't touch it, how do we give it to anyone else?
That's
It's fine.
true.
I can't
We can
believe you
we can
guys
talk
did
about
this.
all of this like
Oh.
later.
There's
It'll
a
be
way.
okay.
There's a way.
I mean, it's like scary thinking that it was like this ultimate sacrifice from Ava to become a sleeper and basically save all of us who had, we had lost control. We were Cerberus. We were essentially dead. Nancy was dead, and then Gibbs tried to, after he tried to sacrifice himself. It's almost scarier to think, maybe more tragic if Gibbs had grabbed it and gone through the portal, because it wouldn't have reversed. We would have been stuck as Cerberus, essentially dead. And I mean, well played, Ava. I thought it was saved the day,
Yeah,
basically.
that was
That
amazing.
role resulting in her being a sleeper, kind of destroyed me. It's so sad, and all
Yeah.
of these
Oh, it was
endings were really
great,
sad,
though.
honestly.
Everyone played
But
it.
in a good
to,
way, beautifully
yeah,
tragic.
Everyone's characters made the most. I don't know, the most of their character type of decision that episode. I felt like Nancy made the most Nancy decision, and he
so
the most Eva decision. Yeah, so holy
That's
moly,
a really
16
good series, you guys. Thank you.
That was amazing.
Yeah, this was.
so much
Yeah.
fun.
It's really
so
fun.
much fun.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you guys for watching as well.
Yeah.
Man, you guys have been with us for past 4 or 5 months now since we
Yeah.
started this game, and the
Yeah.
support and
Wow.
generosity of your guys' time has been incredible. So thank you for that, and a big hand, please, for Metamancer for what an amazing job for this series.
Thank you, Meta.
Can't wait to see
Only as good as the players.
writing you're doing for City of Mist. That's gonna be so great.
Yeah.
Ah,
Could you slide us
Oh.
slide us in? Just a hint of what's happened before.
sneaky
Camilla
exclusive.
is making a very serious return in my room.
Oh, yay.
I'm hype. I'm hype about it.
This one time,
Oh,
this
man.
crew of 5 people saved the world.
God, and what a show it was, my friend. What a series. So it's just one of the, personally for me, one of the most fulfilling stories that I've had the chance to tell, at least for as long as I can remember. It was really awesome getting to role play alongside you guys. You're all fantastic to play with, and the way everyone's characters bounced off one another. Just as soon as session 1, I felt like I knew we had something special with the crew, and that's the best feeling when you put a group of people together who some of us have never met each other before,
Yeah.
and still we started playing
Yeah.
together, and that was, sometimes you just click and connect, and hopefully we can come back for some more City of Mist. I'd love to see what happens, because holy shit, I'm way too invested in everything now, and I have no idea what happens next, but that's the best kind of feeling. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being a part of the show. We'll go around here in a second. If you guys want some more City of Mist, if you want another season of the show, whatever, you can let City of Mist know that you love the show, and you can go tweedle them. You can go tweedle them there. That's what you can do. You can go say, "Oi, yo, more City of Mist on Encounter Roleplay. That's what you guys can do. Because I'm shook. I'm shooketh right now. You want some more?
Shook it.
Yeah, if you by the way, if you guys haven't picked out City of Mist yet, needless to say, it has my full endorsement, and I dare to say the full endorsement of this cast and crew here as well. So check them out. You can go download a PDF. You can go buy a book. There's a bunch of pre-order sales on right now. It's a great time to grab them, and it's just a fantastic place to go and roleplay together. So. Go do it, my friends. But a well-needed final hand of applause for the rest of the cast and crew. So let's go around. Metamancer, how was that for you? And what the hell was that?
It was
Explain
wonderful.
yourself.
I love the way that you guys embrace the consequences of actions in the game. And from a narrative perspective, it's so easy to tell stories with the system. So I think you guys definitely embraced that and ran with it and created, like, yes, I guided a lot of things, but it's also so much to do with each individual character and their feed into everything. I'm also really glad that I personally embraced Jessie as a very heavy NPC, something I don't normally do in campaigns. I really enjoyed playing her, especially between the transition of her losing her original, her previous form and then coming into this new form, but being so much more just like brazen and just like in everybody's face about it. And that was really enjoyable. I liked seeing Gibbs again because he had such a strong play on the previous season with the Larkspur sequence, and then coming into the King's Hustle just almost utterly defeated because he lost everything, even though he saved the world. And it was like this redemption story without us realizing it was going to be that for like the duration of the campaign, with him finding Nancy and that being complete circumstance in the whole process. I think it was really well done. The end with Crane removing his mask hit me so hard in the feels. Like, well done, bravo, that was perfect. It was seriously like
me too.
So good.
And ordering of the pancakes for some reason that got me too.
So yeah, I think it was all really good. I'm glad you guys did choose redemption path. Obviously, it could have gone either way. Jessie, obviously, she's still in the grasps of Anatoly, and who knows what happens there. But, got to deal with the devil, so to speak. So definitely very, very interested to see whatever comes from that at whatever points. I don't know. But yeah, you guys, I hope you enjoyed it just as much as I did. Always a pleasure to play with some great RPers that really dive into everything. And I'm going to continue writing either way for City of Mist. So you guys can catch me on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Metamancer, or on my Twitter @TheMetamancer. I do all my stuff on there. So if you want to catch up with me, that's the best place to go. So thank you for having me on the show.
It's been a pleasure and an honor. Thanks so much, man. It's been a fantastic time. One of my, I don't know, like top 3 favorite GMs to be a player, and I absolutely love this. So, and I play with way too many GMs, so that's, my God, the story. Absolutely loved it. Also, if you're watching in the chat and you want more City of Mist, go spam likes and retweets on my tweet and do that. That'll be good. Blue Jay, you are the worst, and I don't like it.
No, I'm the best.
So that's okay.
I feel like for me, the thing with Nancy, and I told Meta when we were first doing our character like backstory stuff, I was looking for a reason for her to care about someone or something else other than 1, herself, and 2, her brother. Like that was one of the things that I wanted to kind of challenge in the character, and it kind of just coalesced. Like I remember it was someone in chat that was like, they seem alike, like blah blah blah, like what if Gibbs is Nancy's dad, or I don't remember what exactly they said, but then like going to Will with that, and like yeah, both total dicks. And like just seeing like how it kind of evolved from that, and then in the end, like I don't know, I got what I wanted from the character. I got to explore, like I really felt like from someone whose main traits were like independent, don't owe anybody anything, like not like don't trust people, like do it all by yourself, to an end where she was like, no, I know you, and I'm not going to let you sacrifice yourself for this. Like, it was really cool. I really enjoyed that exploration. So, I'm also enjoying all other sorts of role-playing things. Great transition, Blue Jay. Why? Thank you. You can find me doing other things at twitch.tv/BlueJay or on Twitter at BlueJay_712.
Amazing. PB, what a journey it's been.
Oh, that was so intense. That was so intense. I was clenching but like the first, when Cerberus transition happened and it was like, you're permanently Cerberus, mind blown, especially because Ava grew really attached, I feel like, to Sana and had like a relationship with her. So to watch her become this thing, and I guess Ava didn't really realize it was permanent. We don't realize it's permanent, but just watching that was crazy. And then what really got me was Nancy at the end, because that, you know, just she to be able to kind of put herself in the line for someone else was, and somebody she's like, oh, I don't care about him. She would always say, I don't care about him. I don't care about him. So to watch that was a bit painful. So yeah, it was absolutely incredible. It was amazing. Thank you, everybody. You can find me at Twitch and Twitter at Pumpkinberry. I do tons of roleplay stuff also all over. It's great. I have a new show starting next Wednesday. I'd love for you to check it out. It's called Nocturne, and it's kind of like this horror thriller. So yeah, and that's it. That's all I got. I am emotionally spent.
Oh, Miss Majestic. Sana has, I don't know, for me, perhaps one of the saddest. It's just sad.
I know.
Saddest storylines for me to watch. What was that like?
I know. I agree, because I really was not expecting. I knew that Sana would have a tragic story, but I wasn't expecting it to go the route that it did, in the sense where she said no to the deal at first, and then we went back and did it anyway, and that was really where it was like, oh man, this is gonna end tragically in one way or another. So turning to Cerberus was really like, I thought that was going to be the end of the character in that sense, and like that's it. But even besides all the stuff that happened to Sana with her husband, and you know, in the end, I wanted that kind of more. It wasn't her getting like the satisfaction of killing Francis, but just like an inner peace is really what I wanted her to have at the end. So I feel like in a way she got that after Ava made that final decision. So I'm really happy with how the character ended in that sense. But I wasn't expecting it to be so emotional for all the other characters, as you know, watching what Nancy and Gibbs's relationship, and even like Crane at the end when I was like, oh my gosh, that was extremely emotional. And just bravo, guys, job well done. And thank you, Meta, for being an awesome GM and storyteller. So but yeah, if you guys want to find more of me, you can find me Twitter at Miss Magitech and Twitch Miss Magitech. I do a lot of role-playing stuff, but I really have become a fan of City of Mist after this, and I would absolutely love to do more in the future. And yeah, I love it. Thank you, guys.
Amazing. Last but not least, Morphe.
Incredible. First of all, I'm so glad that you came to me last for the ending montages, because I was a complete mess. That was so difficult. And when I was delivering that, like, Crane's thing, I was just like, right, I'm just going to look over here and deliver this, because if I was looking at you guys, it was just going to get far too emotional, because I was already there. And so it was just like, right, let's just look here, deliver this, get through the lines, without completely losing yourself. And yeah, just amazing. Like I'm literally been sitting here having like a physical reaction to the ending of like I'm sort of like shaking from it, like quite literally. It was amazing, like so intense. Just the last 2 hours have been edge of the seat all the way through, and I was not expecting this huge emotional ending, honestly, but I'm glad for it because I really love that in all media when stuff moves you in that way. So thank you for delivering on that, guys. That was insane. And I hope like everyone watching felt it as well. Yeah, it was tough to get through. Amazing season. Thank you so much for bringing me on board. It's my first time doing tabletop, and I couldn't have asked for a better
Fucking nailed
crew
it. Sorry,
to
but
do it with. Thank you.
Seriously, yeah, agreed.
I was so nervous for the first one, and it's something I've always wanted to do, and it's usually honestly something I probably would have like said no to, but for some reason when you reached out to me, Will, I was like, fuck it, let's do it. And I was so nervous, and you guys have made me feel so comfortable, so at home, and I've just been able to enjoy it. From like even a couple of episodes in, like the nerves were just replaced with excitement. So thank you so much, and thank you, Meta, for the amazing storytelling and holding us by the hand, leading us through this, and the rest of the cast for being amazing. And yeah, what thing in terms of like story and Crane, it's kind of like bittersweet because he had like those 2 episodes where he made a lot of progress on his story and did things, and for that to sort of be erased, but then for him to go a different way, it's yeah, it's really interesting. I like it. It's gonna stick with me, definitely. Really impactful story that I think everybody told with all of their characters, and I'll be thinking about it for a long time. And yeah, so thanks. Twitch.tv/madmorph. We're live 6 days a week. We're doing a lot of Atlas roleplay. At the moment, I'm playing a little goblin, and it's pretty amusing. We've got an amazing cast over there, so come by for some laughs after this devastating ending. And we'll get back to that. But thank you, guys. You're all amazing. Thank you.
It sounds like we could all do with some. Yeah, no, that was amazing performances from the whole cast. Truly, it's just a pleasure to watch scenes and to not necessarily take part in them, and that's the sign that there's some amazing roleplay happening. I could sit back for 3 hours and just watch you guys play, so it's even more of an honor to take part in it. And on a personal note, playing the character of Gibbs and that sort of moment of improv where, you know, we realize that he's Nancy's father. I spoke to the cast and crew about it, goodness knows how long ago, but it personally has meant a lot to me to roleplay in the shoes of a absent father figure, let's say, and everything that's meant, and coming to some kind of resolution with that, even if it's halfway, has just been a really personally fulfilling, let's say, experience. So this game has meant a lot to me, and I really hope we get to continue a story together at some point. So that's all for me. This game has been fantastic. Thank you guys for watching it and for being with us every step of the way. And I guess until next time, we'll see what happens. Good night, everyone.
Stay safe in the mist.
Bye, everyone.